But yeah, man, I'm enjoying it for what it is. What about you? Are you watching it every day?
Yeah, and it's on every day when we're in studio. So I'll watch it, go home, watch some highlights, maybe some replays, because they'll replay the hockey games at night. But it's been enjoyable as someone who doesn't. Usually I do the old Jim Rome thing, ZB, of like, are the Olympics over yet? Mm-hmm. That was always my old take, because that's what Romy would say. Like, are the Olympics over? It's ridiculous. And I think I've told you this story before, or at least I've said it on air. Sometimes, just sometimes, in a certain mood, I will look at my Twitter timeline and read the tweets aloud, but in a Jim Rome voice. I just find it wildly entertaining. I don't know. Maybe it's just for myself.
And you do that sitting by yourself?
Yeah, just sitting by myself. Sports are over. Everybody's in bed. I'm just watching sports, whatever, late night. And I'll look at my Twitter timeline, and I'll just read it, but in a Jim Rome voice. For example, this one from Field Yates. By the time we get to April and teams have filled out other needs, I'm dubious Jeremiah Love will even get to pick 9. Ridiculous. Again, it's really, really stupid. But
so you keep yourself entertained.
I have to sometimes, right?
I love it. Yeah, I'm watching the Olympics at night, and I'm someone who I'm not like emotionally invested other than like Go USA. So like I'm not following this stuff during the day. You know what I mean? So I love the packaged tight these events, and they're getting in and out of the events, and I love it. And I'm sitting there, I probably watched it for an hour last night, just hanging out on the couch before bed. I love it. There's no spoilers because I'm not interested enough to go search out the information, so I'm seeing it like it's live. I love it.
It's almost like a red zone, but of the Olympics, in the way that they keep it tight. And I think maybe with our attention spans, because what would I rather do? Sit down for a 4-hour football game or read Jim Rome tweets on my Twitter timeline? Like, our attention span is that of a ferret on a double espresso. So the way that they package this together,
it's smart.
I think other sports could take note.
Yeah, and you realize, like you mentioned an NFL game, the difference between watching the game at home and then going in the stadium for the in-stadium experience and seeing the downtime.
Oh, it's boring.
When you're not flipping to red zone, where you're not running to the fridge or running to the bathroom, there is a lot of downtime. So
just looking at each other like, what's up? What are you doing today?
Yeah.
You know, it's a TV timeout. All of a sudden, randomly, there's a TV timeout. So you're right. The red zone comes to play.
You see this guy in a hoodie just doing a bunch of mouth spray. You're like, wow, he's got some halitosis, or what you drinking over there, girl? What's going on?
I may or may not have snuck something in for that couple playoff games, but didn't hurt anyone.
Rumors.
Rumors.
Rumblings.
Innuendo. I'm fired up for this weekend. I know I'm not going on vacation like Josh, but a 3-day vacation. It feels like we've been going.
Yeah.
You know, for a very long time with football, and we don't really take too many days off during the football season. So I'm going to enjoy the hell out of this weekend. And what I'm going to do, it's our first weekend without hoops. So what are we going to do? We're going to find a way to enjoy some hoops. And I scored some tickets for the Border War, CSU, Wyoming.
Okay.
Up in Fort Collins tomorrow.
Moby is amazing to watch a basketball game.
It is. I've already been this season. I had a chance to call a game there, actually.
Nice.
And I'll be calling South Dakota DU this coming week. But I'm going to bring my 7-year-old up there, and we're going to have a great afternoon. It's a tip-off at 2 o'clock. And so right in the middle of the day, going to drive back down, have a 5:30 dinner reservation where we're going to meet, you know, my wife and my daughter, and I have a round of golf scheduled for Sunday, 18 holes.
Look, life is just good over there, man, with the Bai household. Damn.
And then Monday we're off, and just a chance to recharge and do some stuff around the house, do some taxes and some stuff that needs to get done. So I am like, I don't like wishing away, you know, because we're gonna have an awesome show here this afternoon, but. When I pour that cocktail about 6:37, I'll say
let's call it 5:54, right? We'll start pouring at 5:54.
And hang out with the kids Friday nights. No screens of any kind. Music on the speaker.
Nice.
A dance party for Friday night.
Nice.
And I was just reading actually very recently that when you establish family traditions like a Friday night dance party, or tacos or pizza it usually is. For us, the security that stays with kids as they get older, and the sturdiness of having some sort of family traditions. And I'm not going to get carried away and tell you guys we sit down and eat dinner all together every single night, like, because we don't. Right, and the schedule is a little bit different.
Yeah, you'd love to.
So it's just a little bit different. But we've been doing it since these kids were babies,
and they're memories that they'll have forever. It was Monday Night Football for us. It's funny, when my kids were little, when they'd always have to ask to be excused from the table.
Yep.
You could not leave the table. You said, Dad, can I please be excused? And I look at your food. Okay, whatever. But Monday Night Football, that was the thing. I have so many videos, and Avery was a baby, but I have Liam and Katarina just going nuts over you ready for some football? And it was like, let's all sit down and watch football together.
Yep.
And it was a big deal. So those are memories you guys are making with the young kids that now my kids are older. You know what they remember? They don't remember. We didn't take many vacations, but they don't remember that.
Yeah.
They remember, hey, do you remember we danced Monday Night Football all the time? Like, yeah.
Yep. And that's us on Sundays. I mean, it's just interwoven in the fabric of our family. Football's on the TV. And when the Broncos aren't playing, more oftentimes than not, I will probably throw the football back and forth with me standing in the kitchen and him at the other end of the living room. I'm talking like 200 to 300 passes every single Sunday. And there's just camaraderie with that. There's familiarity with that. There's tradition with that. And then under the surface, that's 200 to 300 reps of hand-eye coordination with a young boy.
Yeah.
And I'll have him push I don't know what's it called, like a.
You got him pushing sleds?
No. I don't know what to call it, maybe like an armoire, but I think I'm messing that up. It's like a place to put
your.
Yeah, it's like but it's long. It's like 4 feet long and like 2.5 feet wide, and it's soft.
Okay.
And like an ottoman, yes.
Ottoman.
And we'll put it tight up against the couch at a certain point, and then so you have the space of the couch, right? And then you have the space of the ottoman, and he will snap the ball to me from under center. All right, and he will run and go off to the left for a diving catch on that ottoman and on that couch. And that kid, he's been doing that since he was maybe 4 or 5. He's 7 now. He's got to have, 600 dives in him, and just stuff like that.
The motor skills, though. It's muscle memory. And he's going to do it in the game one time. And you're like, damn, son, how'd you do that? It's the work I do with you, Dad. It's the work that we do every single day you throw a football with me. So that's great things to do. And it's something that they're going to always cherish.
And it's little stuff. Here's something that he probably won't cherish because he doesn't even realize it. We keep our recycling can, as well as our bigger garbage can that you put out on the curb, they're in the garage. So when you open our door to go out into the 2-car garage there, it's on the left side, and I'll bring them. I'll have them bring all the bottles and cans that need to go into the recycling, and I put the recycling one purposefully second, so it's farther away from the doorway, and I'll have them sit on the top step and toss the bottles and cans into the recycling bin, and he'll make some, he'll miss one, but once you start to figure out the weight of each, the water bottle is different from a can, right? And just over and over. So he's probably done this thousands of times. He doesn't even realize that I have him do it because, again, you're just working on motor skills.
Yep.
Hand-eye motor skills.
Little O's probably too young to go Kobe when he throws one, right?
Yeah. He actually asked me last night. He goes, because Kobe was my favorite athlete growing up. And he said, Dad, who's a better basketball player, Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant?
They must be talking about it in school.
They are.
Okay.
They are.
Nice.
And I said, Bud, who's the best against who is your favorite? Those can be two different things. I said, Kobe was my favorite growing up. I said, but Michael Jordan was better than Kobe Bryant. And he's like, was he the best ever, Michael Jordan? And I'm like, son, it depends who you ask, but I think so. And he goes, well, how many MVPs did they win? I said, well, Kobe won 1 and Jordan won 5. And watching him realize that, And he's like processing it, And I said, well, Kobe should probably have one or two more too, but wasn't going to go through. Well, let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what happened.
Should have never won that.
Yeah, come on.
Because years ago, son, in Eagle, Colorado, so I wasn't going to go there.
That's later.
Story time.
I'm like, Kobe's got one, Jordan has 5, and just to see him process that was really interesting as he figures things out for himself. He said, how many dunks do you think Kobe had in his career? I said, son, over 1,000, and just seeing the wheels go. It's just, it's so crazy. Fun. It's awesome.
But damn, Kobe only had one, man.
Crazy.
That's insane.
It is, and really unjust.
We asked when did the All-Star game kind of die because of Kevin Durant's comments, and I'll leave you guys with this because remember when Kobe smacked the floor to LeBron in 2012?
Yes.
I think that's when the All-Star game died.
You know what? I was just listening to a podcast recently, The Hoop Collective with Brian Windhorst.
I like that one.
They point to 2016, the last when LeBron James did not take the last shot against Kobe. They were on different sides, and LeBron passed up the last shot against Kobe, and Kobe was pissed at him. And you could see, it's like, bro, this is the All-Star game. You take the shot. I'm guarding you. This is a moment.
This is what everybody wants to see.
What are you doing?
That's what people pay for.
And what they were saying on the podcast is no one from the older generation right now holds anyone accountable.
I like that.
And this was during the time that salaries were exploding to another galaxy. Guys, in 2005, you know what the max contract was in the NBA? It depended if you had the lower max or the higher max. Lower max was $12 million. Higher max was $15 million. That was in 2005. These guys are now making $40 million for a season. $50 million for a season. So they're not incentivized to grow the game or anything. They're so far they're paid more money than, I hate the phrase more money than God, but I'll use it here. And then they get nothing and then you add in that you don't have the accountability from the older generation like they had it. I mean, it was just 10 years ago. Kobe was breaking his nose in the All-Star game, going up against Dwayne Wade.
You're not getting that anymore.
You don't get that.
You're not getting that. So it's all those dynamics coming together, I think. But and we'll talk a little bit more about All-Star Weekend later in the show. But it is ranking season. And enjoy your weekend, Cease. Love you, buddy. I heard you guys talking about say love you when you love someone, and I
gotta
do
say
love you.
Love you both.
Truly, bro.
You get Z going on basketball. Hey, we're never gonna end.
Well, it is ranking season. We'll get back to the hoops, but it's ranking season, and a portion of Broncos country is in a kerfuffle over Bo Nix. We'll have the convo next.
The Denver Nuggets still have the DNA of a championship team.
They have no chance of winning a championship without Aaron Gordon. None. So we'll see what it looks like when he comes back. But right now, Denver Nuggets are a really good team still. I just don't know if they have greatness. I haven't seen that quite yet.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Still haven't filed your taxes? Hey, you're not the only one. A lot of good people fall behind. But here's the thing. The longer you wait, the harder the IRS can hit back. Penalties stack up. Interest piles on. The letters get more aggressive. None of it magically disappears. It's why I always tell folks, call my friends at Advanced Tax Solutions. These are not generalists. They don't dabble in tax problems. They live in this world. Resolving IRS issues is all they do. Maybe you're 1 year behind. Maybe you're 10. Maybe you've got unfiled returns, wage garnishments, bank levies, or you're just losing sleep wondering what the IRS is going to do next. Their licensed tax professionals can step in fast, talk to the IRS for you, stop the stress, and start putting a real plan in place. And listen, waiting never makes it better. Every day you delay is another day the IRS gets to tighten the screws. One quick call to Advanced Tax Solutions, that could be the start of a quick resolution. So take control of your tax situation before the IRS does. Reach out to Advanced Tax Solutions today and breathe again.
This Valentine's, I want to make it really special. Kick it up a notch and tell her exactly how much I love her.
At Williams Jewelers, we've created our one-stop Valentine's package that makes telling your true love exactly how you feel. I'm Steve Williams.
And I'm Bruce Williams. You see, we're one of Colorado's largest fine jewelers with the designer brands she knows and loves, like Tacori and Hearts on Fire.
Thousands of quality, iconic, and yes, affordable pieces you won't find in any other store, starting at under $300.
And now, through Valentine's Valentine's Day. With every purchase of $250 or more, you get a fresh cut rose and a bottle of wine as our gift.
Guys, it's one-stop shopping.
This year, more than ever, Williams Jewelers in Cherry Creek North.
And Williams Jewelers in Inglewood at Bellevue and Broadway.
We're Denver's first family of fine jewelers.
And your one-stop Valentine's store.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
Do you want the lowest rate for life? Get our 4.75 5-year fixed. APR is 5.89.
Did you say 4.75% fixed for 5 years?
Yes.
Yeah, I want that, but what if rates fall?
Our lowest rate for life program takes over. If rates fall even as little as 0.5%, we can redo your loan with no lender fees and no appraisal fee and no limits to the number of times used. Only at U.S. Mortgages. Call 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. See website for complete details. License number 392126.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly, near and far, without any glasses, thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you and RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at coloradorle.com. Cutarelli Vision RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. coloradorle.com.
Hi, I'm Terrell Davis, two-time world champion and Pro Football Hall of Famer. There is nothing more important than your health. That's why I made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer.
This February, save 25% off all primetime functional trainers, home gyms, and racks. Work out on your schedule on the equipment you choose from the safety and comfort of your own home. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins.
Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at Denver Sports 1043 to stay up to date on all your local teams. Denver Sports 1043. The Fan. Denver Sports 1043 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
Off and rolling. Here on a Friday, February 13th, the day before a 3-day weekend. What up, Phil?
Woo! It's Friday the 13th, if you believe in all that.
Oh gosh, it is Friday the 13th.
It is. It can get spooky season.
Oh, is this your you like this day more than Christmas, Phil?
Hey man, you know what? Yes, I like when it gets a little freaky, a little creepy in there. You know, that's down my alley right there.
And I say that because Phil says Halloween is his favorite holiday over every other holiday.
This is Halloween. This is Halloween. That's, you know what? I just like it, man.
I love it.
You know,
it's not for me, but I can't imagine saying that. But this is why we're different.
You know, man. This is how you know you have kids before we get going, because we have all day.
Yeah.
So Z, both you and I as kids go to school together.
Yeah, which is crazy because there's like 300 elementary schools in the metro, and my wife is a teacher at Phil's kids' school. And instead, we have a school right around the corner from us. I mean, I could hit it with a baseball.
Yeah. If you had a good arm.
We don't, and I don't really have a good arm. We'd have to have Dante throw the baseball.
Yeah, accurate, right, Dante?
Dante says he has a better arm than Sam Ellinger, and it's more accurate, which is just an incredible claim. So we'd have to have Dante throw the baseball. We could hit the school on the corner, well, around the corner. But my wife is a teacher. And she brings my son to her school with your Phil.
Yeah, and so just like you, like it's literally like we can jump our fence and we're at the school. So you know how there's this long road in the school zone, and for some reason, this long road, it doesn't have a bunch of stop signs. So there's a bunch of cars that just go speeding through.
I don't like it.
Speeding through. You got the walkway for the kids to pass through. All right, the walkway lady holding the stop sign to tell people to stop. And there's been instances where a car won't stop. They'll just go around the walkway lady.
Crazy.
When you got kids walking across the street.
Crazy.
Well, all of a sudden, they decided to put that camera. There's a camera that they just put out there, Z. A camera, a big old camera that flashes and is giving people tickets.
I love this.
Oh, man, I'll be grinning just because you see these cars speeding through, and even late at night, you can see the flash of this camera, and it's like, wow, man, the flash of this camera because people are getting tickets.
I love it.
And I hope that's going to stop these people, these crazy people, and young kids, too, because you have a bunch of young kids that are speeding through this school zone, and it's a matter of time before somebody gets hurt. And so I'm loving it. And I know that I sound like the Grinch or I sound old, but I don't want to have a situation, Z, where I'm getting a call because somebody just hit my kid.
Dude, this is the kind of stuff that I'll be trying to like go back to sleep, whether it's in the middle of the night or I'll wake up too early and I'm trying to go back to sleep and I can't because I think of stuff like that. Chasing a ball in the road, having your head down in a parking lot, someone backing up and not paying attention. I mean, and then here's the other thing. This is a completely, it's in the same genre, but different. I don't know if you see it and how prevalent it is in your neighborhood, but the rise of the electric, like motorcycles.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of them.
Like, I don't even see kids pedaling bikes anymore. All these kids have scooters and these electrical bikes that look like little motorcycles, but like these things go like 15 miles per hour. These kids drive them in the middle of the street, and it's like, dude, you are sharing the roadway with 2,000-pound vehicles, and some of the people behind those steering wheels are 17, and they're texting. And I'm looking at this girl a couple weeks ago in my neighborhood. She was probably 15 years old. She's riding one of these motorized motorcycles, and she's texting. She's driving in the middle of the road, riding these things and texting, and I'm just like, I don't know how many people have to die, if people have died yet. If they haven't, they're going to, because I'm watching it, like plain as the nose on your face. It's like this has got disaster written all over it.
It isn't until somebody close to you gets hurt that people want to do something about it. But things have to be done about what's going on with these kids being dangerous with it, because you see it all the time. Actually, one of the golf courses had like $100,000 worth of damage because these young kids decided to go and have their little mopeds on the green.
Oh, God.
And messing it up. They thought it was funny to do. Well, that's somebody's time that has to go back there and replace all that. They have to close it all down. So, yeah, man, I know exactly how you're feeling.
Dude, because a part of me is hearing myself. I'm hearing myself talk. And I know how cavalier that I used to be. I mean, Phil, you didn't want to see me coming at 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 years old.
Well, last time we went golfing, there was a train, and it seemed like you got the itch. You started twitching. I said, "You good, Z?" He said, "Yeah." I just want to jump.
I made a promise to my wife because I scared her probably half a dozen times. I used to hop on these trains, and I hear myself. I'm like, "You sound like a clown," but I used to do it. I used to do all this types of crazy stuff, man. And I'm like, and now I'm 38, and I'm like, I'm thankful. I'm so thankful that none of it caught up with me in a truly meaningful way. One slip, because half the time I'm jumping on these trains, I have a few in me. Like one slip, any of that stuff, it's just like, oh my gosh. And I think of my son, and I'm like, and he's going to have a different upbringing than I did for sure.
But kids are going to be kids.
They're going to be kids.
There's going to be one time where you're just looking at them like, son, what the hell are you doing? We all went there. We all did that.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to remember that. And you know who I'm really going to have to remember it with? My daughter. Phil, she's got a screw loose. There's something with that Mia. She is crazy. She is crazy. And my wife will turn to me, and she'll say, she's you. She's you. I swear to God. It's, oh, my gosh.
Sophia's crazy, too, man. The other day, and I know we got to go, but Sophia, I walk in the door, and Sophia says, Dada, spank Phil. Huh? What? Spank Phil. Phil didn't do anything wrong, but take her little toy, spank Phil.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't usually spank
And
anybody.
she's won.
And she's won,
Yeah.
1.5.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! All right, we'll get this show back on track here. It is ranking season. A portion of the Broncos fan base is in a bit of a kerfuffle over Bo Nix, and I promise we'll talk about it next.
The champ! Are you ready? Do you consider yourself a super fan? Well, now's your chance to prove it. It's Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan Super Fan Send-Off, presented by 303 Law 4040, sending you to Las Vegas for the biggest pro wrestling event in the world. A pair of 2-night event tickets, airfare, and hotel all included, plus a $500 Visa card. So get in the ring and enter now at denversports.com/superfan. That's denversports.com/superfan.
What's going on, gentlemen? Let's be honest. Most of us men are great at ignoring signs. We feel tired. We're dragging through the day. We're not sleeping well. The workouts aren't as productive as they used to be. And we just talk ourselves into saying, hey, we're just getting older. But for a lot of guys, those are classic symptoms of low testosterone. And in the new year, this is the perfect time to change the way that you feel about yourself. Go change your life by going to Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic because they're experts in treating low T and they deal with other men's sexual health conditions. They've treated tens of thousands of men across Colorado, and this year they're helping guys even go further with their 4 targeted body composition plans, featuring GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1, PDA, and more, all designed to boost energy, support metabolism, and enhance recovery, and accelerate that fat loss. You heard me, it accelerates fat loss. And finding out if you have low T is so simple. All right, what you're going to do is go to their website, RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com, and take their low T quiz. It's a 2-minute quiz full of yes or no answers. There's 10 questions on it. It is simple to do. Then you're going to schedule a consult where they're going to draw your blood and have the results within 30 minutes. The appointment is only $99, and that will include a medical consult with a Colorado licensed medical provider, a TMPSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. And here's the thing, gentlemen, if the test dose does not work in the office, the visit is free. There's also 5 locations out there to serve you, so there are no excuses. You can go to Fort Collins, North Denver, Central Denver, Castle Rock, and Colorado Springs. Don't ignore these signs. Give Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic a call today at 720-440-7900 or visit RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. That's RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
If you owe back taxes, listen carefully to rule number 1. Never go up against the IRS alone. They're cracking down, freezing bank accounts, garnishing paychecks, canceling passports. Even your home or business could be at risk. But here's what they don't tell you. The IRS has powerful tax relief programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. That's why smart people call Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax resolution firm. Nobody knows these programs like the experts at Optima. Their team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $2 billion in tax debt for people just like you. The IRS is not stopping, so don't wait and don't take them on alone. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optima today for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
We're hiring at Don's Garage Doors. No experience? No problem. We provide full training, a brand new van, top-of-the-line tools, a gas card, and steady jobs with weekly pay. This isn't just a job. It's a career with real growth, great pay, and job security. Our team members go from training to 6 figures, and we're ready to help you do the same. Don't wait. Apply now at donsgaragedoors.com.
At the UPS Store, we know being a small business owner means holiday time is still go time. Still get those orders shipped time. And still re-up on stamps and supplies time. That's why this upcoming holiday, while others close up shop, we'll be open. And happy to help you keep being unstoppable. Come into your local store today. Most locations are independently owned. Product, services, pricing, and hours of operation may vary. See Center for details. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable.
When your check engine light comes on, do you see a repair bill or do you see peace of mind? For 20 years, CarShield's been the name America trusts to help keep you on the road. While other companies stop covering you when your car gets older, CarShield offers protection plans up to 200,000 miles. With over $1 billion in claims paid, we don't just promise protection, we deliver it. Don't let a breakdown break your budget. Get the flexible month-to-month coverage you deserve. Go to carshield.com. That's carshield.com today.
Hey guys, your boy Mark Schlereth here. Denver is Truck Month only at Bozarth Chevrolet and Celebration Chevrolet, where every new and pre-owned truck comes with a spray-in bed liner included. That's right, every new truck, every bed protected. Plus, take advantage of deeply incentivized programs on all the new and pre-owned trucks, including the new Silverado and Colorado, with offers designed for their customers to take advantage of. Work harder, play harder, drive smarter. Only at Bozarth Chevrolet and Celebration Chevrolet, your trusted partner in automotive.
Mike Rowe here with a fun fact. Did you know that 50% of the air that you breathe inside your home comes from your crawl space? Yeah. Whether your crawl space is wet, musty, or your floors are bouncy, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to repair your crawl space. Schedule a free inspection with Groundworks, the foundation and waterproofing experts.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Brendan Stokely from my friends at Roller Auction, leader in Colorado auctions for over 40 years. They conduct over 150 auctions every year, selling tens of thousands of items at the price you set. Auctions are held regularly for Colorado government agencies, and they always have big-ticket items at great prices. That's why I love Roller Auction. And almost all bidding is conducted online in real time, and it's open to the public. Anyone can participate. Check back regularly. New auctions are added weekly. Be the first to know about new auctions available for bidding when you sign up for email notifications. Go to rollerauction.com/thefan.
Need a plumber? Euro Plumbing has the lowest prices in town. Rock bottom prices on whole house repipes, sewer line repairs, even water heaters. 720-500-3000.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's brought to you by Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD3, DU Hockey skates with Omaha with pregame starting at 5:30. Saturday on ESPN Denver 1600, CSU basketball faces Wyoming starting at 1:30. Then on 104.3 HD3, DU Hockey skates with Omaha in Game 2 starting at 5:30.
104.3 The Fan. We are Denver Sports.
You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, it's ranking season, and a portion of Broncos country is in a kerfuffle. What's a kerfuffle? You ever heard that word?
No, I have not. Let me think about it. I think everybody's upset. You know, everybody's trying to rally together and explain themselves and explain why something is wrong.
I'll give you the actual definition of kerfuffle. All right. It's a noun. It's an informal word. And here's the definition. A commotion or fuss, especially one caused by conflicting views, which is what we have here. All right, and I know, and I'll tell you in a second why this stuff doesn't bother me at all. But it's worth talking about. It's fun. It's fun to talk about. And the author, Nick Shook from NFL.com, he gets his wish, right? He triggers a fan base. Fans and media start screenshotting it, putting it out there to their followers. Can you believe where Bo Nix is ranked in this one guy's list?
My man's just smiling like, why get paid the big bucks?
Oh, my gosh. So it is Nick Shook for NFL.com. And look, I read his work from time to time, and he's fine. He's not I don't think he's
being mean,
purposefully trying to kick a hornet's nest. When he ranked all 63 starting quarterbacks from the 2025 season, all right, and based on play from the regular season and the postseason, all right, this is only this year, okay, and you had to have started a game. So think about that just on its face. There's 32 teams in the league, 63 different people not just touched the field. They started a NFL game.
That's where you need a backup.
For an NFL franchise. Yeah, there's no doubt. So Stidham is a part of this list. And he put it down to tier 1, tier 2. Do you want to go through it, or do you want me just to tell you where Bo Nix ended up?
Z, this is your world. We're just living in it. What do you want to do?
All right, I'll just sort of breeze through it, okay? Tier 1 is Matthew Stafford, the MVP of the league.
Okay.
After him, in the same tier, but going to the second-ranked quarterback, Josh Allen, the MVP before Matthew Stafford.
Okay.
Dak Prescott, number 3. All right. Drake May, number 4. We'll circle back to that one. Justin Herbert, number 5. Trevor Lawrence, number 6. All right, then you get to number 7. It starts tier 2. Sam Darnold is the 7th-ranked quarterback. Caleb Williams is 8th. Jared Goff is 9th. Joe Burrow, 10. Lamar Jackson, 11. Daniel Jones, 12. Pat Mahomes, 13. That feels weird. But if you're just analyzing this year in a vacuum, that brings us to tier 3. The 14th-ranked quarterback is Jordan Love, followed by Brock Purdy at 15. Aaron Rodgers at 16, Baker Mayfield at 17, and then coming in as the 18th ranked quarterback, it is Bo Nix, your quarterback for the Denver Broncos. Fair or foul?
18.
Fair or foul?
You know what? I'm gonna say fair.
Really?
Now, I'm not gonna have him at 18. If we went through this list, I would have him a little higher than 18.
Okay.
But when you look at what some of these other quarterbacks have done, right? You're taking stats, you're taking what they have done. Where would you put Bo Nix? Because there's some damn good quarterbacks that are elite.
Sure.
That you're not gonna replace with Bo. The only guy that I say does not deserve to be at the tier 1 level is Drake May. I don't think that he should be there now. Tier 3, tier 2, if you want to do that, we can have that argument. But tier 1.
Mm-hmm.
That's no bueno for me just because of what he did. Because this was after the fact, right?
Yes.
This was after the playoffs.
Yes. This was published yesterday.
Exactly. So for Drake May to still be in tier 1, that's insane.
Here's the thing. If you did it after the regular season, I think it'd be fair.
For sure.
Drake May missed out on the league's MVP by a vote. He was phenomenal this year. Seriously. But then when the playoffs started, the guy put together a 3-game sequence that is among the worst quarterback 3 playoff games in a row in NFL history, quite literally.
A nightmare for a quarterback.
The raw numbers say it. If you go to the advanced metrics and look at like EPA, like he wasn't just bad, he was historically bad when the playoffs started. So if you're taking that into account, and you would like to think putting a little bit more weight on what you do or don't do in those moments when you're putting them inside the top 5, he's just Drake May is ranked too high on this list.
So,
with all due respect.
Yeah, so let's knock Drake May out of it. Year 2, he still has some time to go. He almost did win the MVP. Probably would have if there was one guy that decided to go with Justin Herbert.
That's right.
Or maybe he doesn't.
Psychotic. We never even talked about that. That is so cuckoo.
So where would you have Bo Nix? If I have him around now, I don't have him at 18.
All right, here's what I want to do. Before you get that thought out, here's what I want to do. Here's what I would like to do. I think next week we'd have a comprehensive conversation.
Okay.
And go through like the league and where we think he actually ranks and putting just time and prep into it and again, just make it comprehensive. You can tell me where he is right now at the top of your head, but what I think I wanted to do today, because we have a lot to get through, is we both agree he's not 18th, so we'll start there. But I don't think he's like that crazily like ranked. Like I'm not going to have Bo Nix inside my top 5 quarterbacks.
Okay.
Where do you think Bo Nix falls? Just your gut reaction and your instincts. Does he rank 1 through 5? 5 through 10, 10 through 15, or 15 through 20?
I'm going to go 10 through 15. He ranks 10 through 15, and I'm going to just tell you right now, not number 10. Not number 10 for me. Now, guys, he's in year 2. If he goes out there and does exactly what he did this year, next year, but starts off fast, he may be in the MVP race. I'm not saying he's going to win it, but he'll be in the MVP race because that means he's winning games, scoring touchdowns, getting the yards. That's what it's all about. So I'm not ready to put Bo Nix, taking the orange glasses off, Bo Nix in the top 10 when he's not there yet. More consistency. That's what I want to see. So 10 through 15 for me, Z. Where are you going with?
I'm going 10 through 15.
All right.
Full cosign. It's the consistency. That's what separates, in my opinion, great quarterbacks from quarterbacks. And this is true for me all across sport. These guys are all so talented that on any given day, there was Sundays where Daniel Jones was the best quarterback in the NFL this year. There was Sundays where that happened. Okay? There was Sundays where I thought Bo Nix might have been the best quarterback that day in the NFL. There's other days where Brock Purdy is. Other days where Jordan Love is.
Baker Mayfield for the longest. People were talking about MVP for him.
And what separates the in general. Now, each of these guys I'm going to bring up has some warts here lately, okay? But I'm not going to let recency or a game. Like Josh Allen, like the lift that he is asked to carry Sunday in and Sunday out is immense. And the consistency that you get within that ask is pretty remarkable. Now, the stock on him is a little bit down because he turned the ball over way too much in the divisional round.
Yeah.
Does that mean he sucks? No. Mahomes, he just didn't have a great year. Does that mean he sucks? No. The guy's put together like 6 years of consistent quarterback play. Lamar Jackson had a down year. They're trying to figure out what happened. I saw ESPN did a big article like what happened this year with Lamar. But you have a sample size of like 6 years of awesome quarterback play. Joe Burrow, same deal. That's what separates those other guys from, quite frankly, at this stage, someone like Bo, who his season was a little bit disjointed and didn't really even things out until the holiday season. Yeah. But the season started in September, and it was rough for a bit there. And we typically don't see the top tier one of quarterbacks struggle over long periods of time. So, for those reasons, I agree with you. Somewhere 10 through 15.
10 through 15, that's pretty good for a year two quarterback.
It's
that's
awesome.
Still winning a bunch of games.
Bo's been great.
And he has room to grow. That's the beauty of all this. Yeah, he may be 10 through 15 this year, but next year he might be in the top 10 if he can do what we all think he can do. A franchise quarterback, a guy that elevates a team. Bo Nix has it in him. We talk about it all the time. Tangibles, intangibles, but he has to be consistent.
Yep. All right, if you want to react to that conversation, that was pretty surface level for today. We'll peel back those layers next week and have some fun with it. You can hit us up on the RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043. Okay, it's All-Star Weekend for 2 Denver Nuggets, and it's All-Star break for the rest of the guys. We have 3 questions heading into the weekend, and we'll discuss them next.
Should the Broncos make a move for Cowboys wide receiver George Pickens this offseason?
He is a bona fide sports team cancer. I don't care how many catches he gets. I don't care how many yards he puts up. The last guy I want to bring in is a guy like George Pickens. You kidding me?
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
What's going on, everybody? If joint pain is slowing you down, stop trying to push through it. The professionalism at RegenRx's Denver Clinic is on another level. These guys actually build a real plan for you. I'm talking about Wharton's Jelly for damaged joints, shockwave therapy to get the blood flow going again. They map out exactly what you need. People always ask me, Phil, what should I expect at RegenRx? Simple, guys. Clarity. That's all we ever want is clarity. They walk you through every step. They're going to sit you down and talk you through your options, and they're even going to schedule a 6-month booster to keep your results feeling elite. That's why I send people to regenrx.co. Go check it out for yourself. And listen, the consultation is completely free. You heard me, 0 risk. If you're dealing with degenerative joints or long-term pain, RegenRx might be the answer for you. Go to regenrx.co, book that free consult, and see if stem cell therapy is the right move for you. If joint pain is holding you back from work, from the gym, from your kids, don't wait. It's about quality of life. Invest in your future self so you can stay explosive, stay active, and stay present for your family. Give them a call today at 303-630-9770 or visit them at regenrx.co. Again, that's regenrx.co.
Dan Jacobs with 303 Law 4040 and Jacobs Law with another cool story to share. James called 303 Law 4040, and he's like a lot of our clients, not looking to get rich, but he just didn't want to get stuck with a bunch of medical bills. So we met with James like we do all of our 303 Law 4040 clients in person, and it's a good thing we did because we noticed James did not look so good. We sent him to the hospital to get checked out, and they did wind up admitting him. In the end, we got him feeling better and $125,000. He was over the moon. He came into the office to pick up his check and rang that victory bell. And the really cool part is James surprised us with a check of his own, a donation so we could keep the best free meal in Denver coming each and every first and third Thursday. If you've been injured, you may be like James, not looking to get rich, but not sure what to do. That's why we're here to help. Just give us a call at 303-LAW-4040. Go ahead, save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. That's 303-LAW-4040.
Between groceries, travel, and higher prices, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, especially if you're already relying on credit cards to cover the basics. If that debt is piling up, you're not alone. If you're a homeowner, you might have considered reaching out to American Financing, but hesitated because you don't want to give up your low mortgage rate. That's why American Financing created the Smart Equity Loan, a simple, smart way to get your finances back on track without giving up your low mortgage rate. Unlike a HELOC, which can fluctuate with the market, the Smart Equity Loan offers a fixed rate, so you'll have one predictable monthly payment. It lets you use your home's equity to pay off high-interest debt, free up your cash flow, and still keep your existing mortgage intact. There are no upfront fees to find out how much you can save. Call 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
Men, it's the new year, and for many of us, it's a time of deciding to make positive changes in our lives. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're suffering with erectile dysfunction and are tired of the frustration and embarrassment ED causes, you should call the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic today, because there probably isn't a better resolution you can make than to be done with ED. You see, ED doesn't just affect you, it can also affect your partner, even if they don't talk about it. But here's some great news. If you're like most guys, the treatments at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic will give you back your sex life, because our protocols have success rates that work in well over 90% of cases. Seriously, you might even find you're performing like you haven't in years. So, make an appointment and get ED out of your life. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. That's RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Follow us on X at DEN Sports 1043 for up-to-the-minute information and opinions on all things Denver sports. Also, we can still call it Twitter, right? Denver Sports 1043 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 1043 The Fan.
All-Star Weekend. Where back in the day, someone like Usher, a staple at All-Star Weekend. With the sunglasses on, maybe judging the slam dunk contest. Yeah.
Let it burn.
Oh my gosh, I used to love that song. Oh, I used to love that song.
All-Star Weekend used to be the thing.
Yeah.
Truly, everybody would get excited for the dunk contest and, of course, the game and what's going on with it and the players that are in the game. And I just think now it's been watered down like the Pro Bowl, obviously, but there's still some fun to it, man, if you look deep enough,
Yes.
hard enough.
Yes, and also I have to remind myself as a older school basketball fan, who obviously I'm still in the trenches with the current game, but like the way that I view the world sometimes or view sports, it is from an older school mindset. It's not for me. It's not for me.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm going to say next? You know who's going to love it? My son.
Our kids.
My son Owen. Tomorrow night. I'm taking him to the border war up in Fort Collins, Wyoming, CSU. We're coming home. We're going out to dinner, and we're coming home and doing All-Star Saturday night. And I'm letting him stay up. And he is going to be losing his mind. That's what's going to happen. And
you know what you sounded like, and this is what's going to happen, like your wife's listening right now. Like, just to let you know, he's staying up.
I already texted her. Earlier today. I said, I forgot All-Star Saturday night. We're letting Owen stay up. It'll end around 9 o'clock. It used to be 11 East Coast time. But, yeah, I mean, for us and our family. Yeah, and he's going to love it. And I'm going to love that he loves it. And so, and I'm not, and I don't take it seriously enough for it to upset me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I feel you.
And let's backtrack.
Okay.
This list that has, a portion of Broncos country in a kerfuffle, that Bo Nix was ranked 18th. If I asked you 2 days ago, are you familiar with Nick Shook? If I said, who's Nick Shook?
See, I'd be like, I don't know, who is he?
Most people would have that exact answer. But then 24 hours later, you're going to let someone who is anonymous to you the day before have you in a stir or in a tizzy about his opinion when you couldn't pick him out of a lineup? You know what I'm saying? It's like like
but
this is
sports are powerful.
No doubt, no doubt. But this is one guy's list. One guy had Bo Nix at 18. One human being that you didn't know existed 3 days ago, but you're upset. It's just like one of these things where no. And by the way, Nick Shook from NFL.com does not have more time on task, more institutional knowledge than any of us here in Broncos country when it comes to Bo Nix. So I'm like, just
one
no.
guy's opinion.
That's it. That's all. And by the way, that's me as well. I'm one guy. And I share opinions for 4 hours a day. And if you hate me, because there's some people out there who hate me. If you hate me because of opinions I share about sports, that's a you problem.
See, and instead, just if you don't like the take, you communicate. You talk about it. You try to figure things out. Doesn't mean you're going to make somebody change their mind, but this is sports we're talking.
Phil, you're not supposed to agree with everything. If you listen, and this goes to the cable news crowd, and I don't care which side you're on, if you agree with every single thing that is said over a 4-hour period in prime time, then you've been indoctrinated. Yeah. And if you're okay with that, then we're all good. But it's just human beings. We're human, and it's all good.
All-Star Weekend.
All-Star Weekend.
What do you want to see? Do you want to see the guys go at it in this All-Star game? Should we expect the guys to play a little harder in this All-Star game?
There's a chance. There's a chance this year, and you want to know why? You want to know why?
What's going on?
Or you want to know who?
Who?
Victor Wembanyama.
You got to explain yourself on this. What's going on?
I have a feeling Victor Wembanyama is going to try to embarrass some of these American players.
Why?
Because he's got a chip on his shoulder, and I freaking love it. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. You talking about not caring? Victor Wembanyama doesn't care. And I have a feeling he is going to go out there and play 100%, try to get 10 blocks, try to win MVP. By the way, he's a favorite to win MVP by a really, really good distance. He's plus 425, so a $100 bet would win you $425 if he won All-Star MVP. Yeah. You can't find anyone that's like better than 10-1. And I have a feeling you're going to get these Euros and led by Wemby, and they're going to go and play hard. And the Americans, you got a decision to make.
Well, hold on. Now, it's Euros versus the Americans. Does this have anything to do with Kevin Durant and what he said?
No, I think Victor Wemby, this is independent, but I think that a part of that might.
Because that's where my head's going when you're talking about this. Kevin Durant went out there, put two guys on blast specifically. All right, talked about the old heads, said he's going to play a little harder. You got Jamal Murray saying he's going to play hard.
But the ones that he put on blast were Jokic and Luka.
Yes.
Because he like the question was framed like the Americans don't play hard. He's like, well, hold on a second. Jokic damn near lays on the floor. Which, guess what, guys? He's right. He's right. Jokic doesn't want to be there. Jokic doesn't care about the All-Star game. So no one cares about the All-Star game. I don't think it's one person's fault. But yeah, because of Durant's comments and because of Wemby's presence, Wemby's coming. He's here. And so if he decides that screw these guys, that's how he is, bro. I'm telling you. That's how that dude is wired. And so if he
good, maybe this jump starts something that needs needs help.
Yes, Phil.
Needs to be revived.
Yes, Phil.
Now the Americans are going to truly have to play or be embarrassed.
Exactly.
And everybody's going to talk about it the next day.
And here's the thing. What's the number one fear of everyone at the All-Star game and why they don't play hard? Because no one wants to get embarrassed. These guys are so delicate. Now I want to see when someone from France brings it to your doorstep. And what does that look like this weekend? I hope it happens.
It needs to happen.
I hope a fight breaks out.
Those Euros have something coming. Come on, y'all.
Watch it be a pillow fight. I do have 3 follow-up questions about the Nuggets that I do want to bounce off of you. But let's take a look at last night. What you need to know about the Broncos' new stadium plans. Next.
Do the Colorado Rockies need to face an unfortunate reality this season?
Chris Bryant still has 3 years and a fully guaranteed $81 million left on his 7-year, $182 million contract that he signed. So is this the worst contract in Denver sports history?
It's got to be, right? It's got to be.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hi, I'm Brad Barnett, president and founder of Mountain High Appliance. Looking for the best deal in town this President's Day? Then stop by our Denver Clearance Center, where you'll find savings of 70% or more on open box, overstock, and discontinued appliances from the industry's best brands, including Bosch, Thermador, KitchenAid, and many more. Hurry in for the best selection, or visit us online and take advantage of these huge President's Day savings. When you think appliances, think Mountain High Appliance.
Mountain High Appliance, your favorite appliance store.
Thank you.
Okay, does this happen to anybody else? You sit down with a juicy QPC, some McNuggets, and those golden fries from McDonald's. Then you take a long sip of your Sprite because you can still hear your mama saying, don't fill up on that drink before you eat your food. But you're grown now, so you do what you want.
Share and share alike with the 20-piece McNuggets from McDonald's for just $6. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hey, Mom. It's me. Oh my gosh, you'll never believe what I just opened for Valentine's Day. A sapphire ring from Hellsberg. Just like the one I lost years ago. Remember how excited I was when you gave it to me? I cannot believe you remembered that story. I guess you were right. I really found the one.
This Valentine's Day, create a moment that means something with up to 40% off gifts at Hellsberg. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
Hey guys, your boy Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity. Now, when Team USA is on, you can almost see the moment when the kid starts believing, hey, I could be next. Now, while Xfinity can't guarantee that, they can guarantee something super important. That's your internet price won't change for 5 years. No contracts, no commitments. So, while your kid's ordering online or streaming highlight reels, your Xfinity internet price won't change. It will not budge. And who knows, by the time the next Winter Olympics roll around, your kid could be getting fitted for their very own Team USA uniform. And guess what? You'll be paying the same price for reliable Wi-Fi. And there's even more to enjoy with Xfinity Gold Medal Celebration. Now through February 22nd, get our best price on gig Wi-Fi for 5 years guaranteed, just $50 a month. Plus, get Peacock Premium included for 10 years. That's a $10.99 value each month. Xfinity, imagine that. Proud partner of Team USA. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto-paid with stored bank account. Taxes, fees, extras. Actual speeds may vary.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply or play stopped, opt out. Terms and conditions apply to the earnings promotion.
Do you have caregiving experience as a parent, teacher, nanny, coach, or in another similar role? Hop Skip Drive is looking for experienced caregivers who want to help students in their community by driving them to and from school. Earn up to $50 per ride with Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion, all while helping your community. If you have your own vehicle that is no more than 10 years old, a clean driving record, and at least 5 years of caregiving experience, you could become a Hop Skip Drive care driver. Just text ROAD to 323232 to get started right now. Hop Skip Drive gives you the flexibility to set your own schedule and earn competitive pay. It's simple. Drive in your free time and make a real difference for students right in your neighborhood. Don't wait. Text ROAD to 323232 right now. Text ROAD to 323232 and start earning up to $50 per ride during Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion period. That's ROAD to 323232. Text ROAD to 323232 now.
Hello, Colorado. This is David Szymanski with U.S. Mortgages, the home of yes, you're approved. Have you wanted to purchase a home or refinance one and been told no due to high debt ratios, low credit scores, employment length, or any other options that most banks deny? Well, we've expanded our guidelines to allow no W-2s or tax return options. If you're finding it hard going a traditional route, you might just need an out-of-the-box lender. We can approve with bank statements only, asset depletion, DSCR, DTIs over 50%, and less than perfect credit is okay. Don't let fear or someone else's no stop you from saving money on a home you own or buying one. At U.S. Mortgages, we say yes. No upfront fees and no risk, and our number says it all, 303-LOW-RATE. That's 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. Equal housing lender. License 392126.
Cecil Lammy here for SodaWeightLoss.com, and they changed my life so much. I know how to eat, what to eat, and when to eat thanks to SodaWeightLoss.com. I lost over 60 pounds a few years ago, and I'm never going back. Having my own nutritionist made all the results. A real person, so I could go with questions, concerns, and maybe just even sometimes just need some encouragement. Join Soda Weight Loss for a short time to have results that last a lifetime, just like me. Call them up at 1-866-800-SODA, SodaWeightLoss.com. Soda Weight Loss is, say it with me, state of the art.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD3, DU Hockey skates with Omaha with pregame starting at 5:30. Saturday on ESPN Denver 1600, CSU basketball faces Wyoming starting at 1:30. Then on 104.3 HD3, DU Hockey skates with Omaha in Game 2 starting at 5:30.
104.3 The Fan. We are Denver Sports.
Leading off with a big story of the day, here's The Drive with Zach By and Denver, Colorado's own Phillip Lindsay.
1 hour in the books. Quicker than a New York minute. I want to follow up a couple questions about the Denver Nuggets going into All-Star weekend, but also I want to take a look back and what did we learn last night from the first stadium meeting with the Denver Broncos. And I think there was some stuff that we learned. Now, it wasn't necessarily groundbreaking, no pun intended, but
there was a lot of people there.
There was.
We learned that.
There definitely was.
A bunch of people interested in this.
Before we get into all that, calling all wrestling superfans, we have your chance to go to Las Vegas for the biggest pro wrestling event in the world. It's the Superfan Send-Off presented by 303 Law 4040. Here's what you get. A pair of 2 nights tickets to the event, round-trip airfare for 2 from Denver to Las Vegas, 2 nights hotel stay, and a $500 Visa gift card. For more information and to enter, head to denversports.com/superfan. Okay. I'm gonna table the Nuggets questions for right now, and we can circle back in just a few minutes here. Last night, a packed rec center to hear Damani Leach go through a PowerPoint presentation, take questions from the community, take questions from some media members, all right? And it was emphasized last night what I have tried to emphasize here on this show.
Yeah.
How many times have I reminded our audience that the Burnham Yard is the preferred site, not the official site?
All the time. You usually say that before we go into anything. Hey, it's the preferred site, meaning that it's not a done deal.
Yes.
We don't know if it's going to be located there. The stadium is going to truly be located there yet.
Yes. And so that's why the other night when Will Peterson was like, we're getting renderings, I'm like, no, you're not.
I wanted renderings.
I know everyone does, but I'm like, you're not getting them. They are not going to show you official renderings when the site itself is not official. And Damani Leach really tried to communicate that multiple times last night, all right? And the reason that it is merely the preferred site and not simply the site is because not all the land has been acquired. And specifically, there's one specific party that is sort of digging their heels in, okay? It's SRM Concrete. They are a concrete company that is in like 22 states. They are a massive company. They claim to be the biggest concrete company for ready concrete in the world, or in the nation, rather. And their land is like right in the middle of where the Broncos want to build. And if you look at it, they believe the perimeter of the site is all set, but in the middle, where it definitely matters, they have not sold yet to the Denver Broncos.
So do you think that they want to? I know you don't know, but they just probably want more money? Or is it something like, hey, like, look, we don't know if we really want to move?
So, no, I think it's about the money.
Okay.
I think they know they're in an advantageous position. And I'm talking about, so I did some digging on this. And the land that they have is valued at right around $15.7 million.
I'll take that.
Okay? 15.7. But
Okay.
but here's the thing. It's 15.7 to a project that's going to be between $4 and $6 billion. And not to sound like a fool without perspective, because $15.7 million is a real lot of money, but to the entities involved here, it's really not. That's why I believe that despite this this concrete company based out of Tennessee, by the way, they're not selling, but the Broncos are telling you when they're going to put shovels in the ground, which is this time next year, and when the project's going to be complete.
So do you think they're trying to play bully ball then?
No, I think that they know when it's really time for the rubber to hit the road, they can write whatever check they need to and make that concrete company from Tennessee to go back to Knoxville. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure. And if you're that concrete company, you're going to sit there and say, I want $150 million. Like, why not?
And honestly, it might be like, yeah, we know it's got a face value at 15.7, but it's worth way more to you. And we know it, and it's our land.
Yeah.
So we need 25. And from what I've understood about Greg Penner specifically, and again, just to remind our audience, I don't know Greg personally. I've had a couple conversations with him. I think very highly of him based off his actions.
Great businessman.
Yes. At putting the Broncos, everything's first class and doing all the things that they've done. Not going to relitigate and itemize them all, but it's been a lot. But from what I understand, Greg does not just spend money willy-nilly because he has it. And I was told this past year with the facility that they're building over at Dove Valley, Broncos Park, powered by Common Spirit.
It's going to be one of one, I heard. It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be. There's no doubt. But I had heard that, they're running a tight ship over there. It's not like, here, blank checks for everything. It's like, I want to know what we're spending, why we're spending, staying on time. It is very, very detail oriented. It's not like this. There's money hanging out of his pockets and he doesn't care if the wind blows. So that's not what this is. So it could be one of these things of that concrete company wants $25 million. We know it's 15.7. We offered 17. And we're not just gonna say uncle right now.
Well, because they don't have to right now. But at some point, the Denver Broncos are going to have to say uncle.
Yes.
Because what else are they going to do? I wish I was that company. Give me part of that share of the concrete company.
And so here's the thing. It's it won't get to this level. It won't get to this level. But you had, and probably still have, Lone Tree saying, if it falls through, come down here. And if they say, you want to know what? We may pull this. Then guess what? SRM Concrete from Tennessee, you're not getting the money back for that. You're not getting the $18 million that they offered you in the first place. Or I'm making up numbers here. Eventually, yeah, the Broncos have to play ball. But if they wanted to play hardball, eventually SRM Concrete is going to have to play ball too.
Well, at some point, they're going to have to get this done because I want to see the renderings, and it seems like it's coming sooner than later. They're getting ready to put shovels in the ground here sooner. That's what they're saying. They're getting ready to start this project.
Yeah.
Well, you can't do that until we know that Burnham Yard is exactly where you're going to be placed. So what the heck is going on with this?
I'm sure it'll resolve itself soon. I'm sure it will. And Damani Leach said there are a variety of private real estate transactions that we're trying to work on. Some of those have been made public. Now, this is the quote. Some of those have been made public, but that's also probably why this is the preferred site, not the official site. I don't think they like it that this is now public of who they're going back and forth with. Leach also said there are a variety of private real estate transactions that we're trying to work on. Excuse me, I just read that quote. So the target for construction is about 1 year from now.
Yeah.
He says, we feel good about that timeline, but there are a number of important steps that have to happen from a municipal standpoint, from a real estate standpoint. A lot of things have to happen for that to come to fruition. So we know heading into last night, we weren't getting the renderings. And according to the Broncos, they say they do not have an architect for this yet. Now, they can say that, but it's kind of like, let's even go further behind the curtain. Do you remember when the ownership was open and it was like, who's going to be the owner? And it's like, could it be Byron Allen over here or could it be Josh Harris over there? I think it was going to be the Walton Penner family ownership group the entire time. And
from the jump.
And people in the know knew that as well. But you kind of go through the formality of the process, and then ultimately, I think it's the same thing with what architect they're going to use.
So you think that they already have one mapped out?
Definitely.
He's doing it as we speak about
Dude,
it. He's putting it together. They have the renderings, but they're not ready to show us.
Yes. Because how can you have a target date 1 year from now? So you have the date when shovels are going to go on the ground, but you don't know who's holding the shovel? Come on now.
It's roulette. They're just like, we're going to randomly do it.
So that's just me. That's just me. By the way, I thought Damani Leach, from everything that I saw, handled himself really well last night. Very buttoned up. He's got like a personability to him that is like endearing. It's natural for him. From what I know and my interactions with Damani, we had one this summer, and he listens to the show sometimes.
Good personality.
It seems like a great hire a few years ago. Yeah.
Now tell me this before we go further into details. Z, did you want to see Greg Penner at this? Should Greg Penner have been at something like this?
You want to know what? Obviously, it was purposeful that he was not there, and I think there's something to be said. I have no issue with him not being there last night because he's damn near omnipresent. He is.
Well, but that's my thing. He's present to everything, and this is his baby, his project.
Yep.
And what would that have looked like if the owner himself is at this HOA community meeting, let's just say.
Sure.
And everybody gets to see him. It's like, wow, Mr. Penner is here in person.
I think it was purposeful. I think you hired Damani Leach to do a job like that last night. And if Greg is there, it becomes about Greg being there. When Damani is just executing the mission on behalf of the organization, and that is like part and parcel the job that he's been hired to do. So I think again, just to repeat myself, I think it was very purposeful that Greg wasn't there last night. And you're kind of, in a lot of ways, empowering Damani. You're the team president. Go be the team president. You know what I'm saying?
No, I see that.
Do you see it a different way?
No. I mean, of course, for me, I want to see the man, the myth, the legend. I want to see the guy. The reason why all this is going to be happening is because of Greg Penner and the ownership group, his wife. Got to put that in there. Am I mad about it? No. He's a busy man. We know that he's going to be around. This is his project. He is very consistent at being around everything that he has invested in. Now, I would have loved to be able to just sit there, talk to him. It shows that he truly is investing not just in what he's doing, but the community as well. And now he is. It just would have been a great look for him, but he has a lot of stuff going on.
Well, so target for construction is about a year away. No new skyline in Denver. They are making, and I found this interesting, none of the conceptual building heights were taller than 150 feet. All right? And you would think, hey, if you're going to build like a little city and you don't have a ton of space to do it, now they have enough. We'll get to the square footage here or acreage in a second because I think it's interesting. But if you don't have a ton of acreage and you're building like a mini city and you can't build out, where do you build?
You got to build up.
You got to build up. But they do not want to create some new Denver skyline. And so none of the conceptual building heights were taller than 100 feet. Most shown were at 45 to 70 feet in height, which is not a lot.
But that's shocking because why? In today's new thing, why?
So he gave an explanation. He said, this is Damani Leach. He said, I think we showed today we're looking at somewhere between 5 and 7 million square feet of development, and I think that is actually pretty moderate. So hopefully people feel pretty good that it's not going to be a bunch of skyscrapers right up against the residential neighborhood, end quote. They thought about this because there's more money to be made building up. Now, it may just be everything's going to be at a premium because they're not building up, so it's going to be maybe more expensive.
Yeah.
But I think there's something to be said for that. If you live in that neighborhood, If you're the human beings that live in that neighborhood, that's a good thing for you.
Well, yeah, you don't want to have big old buildings blocking your view of Colorado. You know, the sun.
The sun, exactly.
You know, so I understand that. But also, and maybe I'm getting to the weeds with this, so stop me if I am. But and it's funny where I got this from. Have you ever watched the movie Burlesque?
No.
It's
Isn't that like an old dancey film?
Yeah, with what's her name? Christina Aguilera. And one of the guys
was that Moulin Rouge?
No, it was, the Christina Aguilera was the
okay. So it's Burlesque.
Burlesque.
I think that was up for an award or something years ago.
But there was a rich guy that talked about owning some air rights, and I'm like, okay, like if you have all this money and you want to literally build up, and maybe they just don't want to, but maybe they can't because somebody else is owning the air rights around it, and that's why they have to kind of built flat. Now, like I said, it could be in the weeds. I may not know what I'm talking about, but it's something that's real. It's a real thing.
Air rights.
Air rights. Go look it up.
Burlesque, that was with Cher.
Yeah, Cher.
Cher and Christina Aguilera, yes. 2010. So there's that piece of it. We told you we didn't share this yet. The target for the completion on this is the 2031 preseason. All right, so let's just if the target date for the start of the construction is this time next year or around this time next year, so it is February 2027, 28, 29, 30, 31. So you're talking about 4 years of building.
Yeah.
Do not be shocked, because I remember saying this before, Construction and delays are like peanut butter and jelly. So don't be surprised if it's not ready for the 2031 season and it's like the 2032 season. That wouldn't shock me at all. But Damani Leach did confirm that there are going to be, he was asked, hey, are there going to be hotels, restaurants, coffee shops, playground, open space? He said all the above. I think broadly, we want it to be a great place for fans on game day, but also a great place every day. He said, anecdotally, I want friends and family to come into Denver and ask, where should I go? And everybody to say, you should go to Burnham Yard. And that is a really cool vision. And it's a lot of the stuff that we have discussed and forecasted will be the case. It's going to be the case. It's going to be the case. It's going to change the footprint of Denver. And just how big is that footprint exactly? It is going to be a 150 acres. 150 acres. So if you're like, okay, 150 acres, what does that actually look like? I made an Instagram video about this, Instagram reel. If you want to check it out, go. You don't even have to follow me.
Go follow him. Go follow him.
Just type in my name, Zach By, and I did like it's just a minute and 40 seconds, a breakdown of what you need to know from last night. But basically, I talk about this in the video, 150 acres. So the size of a football field, including the end zone, is 1.3 acres. So if you do the math, it's like 113 football fields. Now, obviously, they're not going to be all laid out in like grid pattern. Yeah. So like, if you see the video and you see the blueprint of it or the footprint of it, like it goes this way, then it goes that way. It's like it kind of meanders because they don't own all the land there. But in total, think of 113 football fields arranged in their own way. Another way to think about it, if you're familiar with the Denver Metro, Cheeseman Park is about 80 acres. So think of like essentially almost 2 Cheeseman Parks like put together. So it's pretty big, but it's not like some like sprawling, like never-ending. Walking at a normal pace, it'll take you about 8 to 10 minutes to walk from one end of the Burnham Yard site to the other.
Well, that's just like your backyard, Z. You got this big old backyard. Come on now.
Stop.
You got all the acres over there. That's just like your backyard.
I actually do have a double lot backyard.
Okay.
But for my neighborhood, it's a good size, it's a good healthy size for our kids.
Maybe we'll get a museum back there. Huh? We'll start filling that in.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, I think that's kind of the nuts and bolts of it. It's still only the preferred site. So like in review, in summary, it's still only the preferred site. It's not official. All right. SRM Concrete is the main, I think, thing holding this back. And we'll talk with Mike Kliss here at 3:45. But you remember Mike Kliss was he said to us like 6 months ago, he said the way that it was described to him, if they wanted to go the Burnham Yard approach, it's a bit thorny.
Yeah.
Do you remember he said that?
There's so many different things going on. Everybody's hands are in the pot. So it's not going to just be cut and dry, cut and clear. You're going to have to go through some issues.
Yeah. So I think this is part of the thorny nature of going the Burnham Yard route. And I have to mention this. And this is why it is thorny. This concrete company that is not selling to the Denver Broncos yet, this SRM Concrete based out of Tennessee.
Yeah.
I told you they're in like 22 states. Phil, they make a lot of money. A lot of money. And my buddy Chris just hit me up and he said SRM makes $3.8 billion a year. So they may not really care about the $15 million, $20 million offer either.
They got some money now.
So if you don't need money and it's more about either principle or whatever is on their mind, I don't know. I'm not, maybe this becomes more difficult. But right now, I looked at SRM stuff and they're saying all the right stuff and hey, we want to cooperate with the Broncos, and they've been great. We've had great dialogue. It's been very respectful, but
that can change in a heartbeat, right?
It could.
It could. It's just like a contract, right? Everybody goes into it with the same mindset. Somebody says something that they don't like, and now it's like, we're done. We're closing the door, or we're not coming back. In this case, it could happen like that.
Yeah.
Now, what if something does happen like that? It's a preferred site.
Yep.
Could there be some possibility where the Denver Broncos can't build here, and now they're going to have to do it somewhere else?
I think that scenario exists, but I do not believe it's going to happen. And the reason I don't believe it's going to happen is because I do not believe this collection of really smart people, Greg Penner, Damani Leach, Kerry Penner, I do not believe they would be making this Burnham Yard so public. I mean, you're meeting with the community. You're in this thing.
Yeah.
And if you're doing that to that extent, you have to have a level of trust, belief, confidence, however you want to phrase it, that this thing is going to get done. It's only a matter of time or a matter of how much. But the matter of how much is significant because this is not a billionaire arguing with a millionaire. This is a billionaire talking to another billionaire.
Yeah.
And typically, big bank take little bank. One bank is certainly bigger than the other, for sure, and that's the Broncos ownership group. But
the other bank isn't sitting here hoping that he needs more money or hoping that they're going to give him something. No,
15 to 20 million isn't making or breaking their year.
No,
let alone right.
Give it to me. I'll be all right.
So that's kind of that's kind of the nuts and bolts of it. It's the preferred site, not the official site. There's a bit of a conflict here. With SRM Concrete, the target construction is 1 year away. There's not going to be a new skyline, okay? They're not putting skyscrapers next to a residential neighborhood, all right? The conceptual building heights, none of them were taller than 100 feet, and most shown were 45 to 70 feet. The aim for completion is in time for the 2031 preseason. And this is going to be the hustling, bustling, living organization that we experienced at Patriots Way in Foxborough, where it's got the hotel, it's got the restaurant, it's got the bar. Now, it's not going to be that big. It doesn't have that big of a footprint, but it's going to have those bells and whistles. And you add that in with the hints of a retractable roof, and this is going to change the city of Denver forever, for sure.
Man, I can't wait. Once we got the preferred spot secured, it's going to be a great experience. I cannot wait to see what it looks like.
And they kept it in Denver.
Yes, that's what I wanted this whole time. You guys laughed at me. You didn't care. But now it's getting closer. I want to say it's here, but it's not yet.
Not quite.
Not quite.
But
almost.
Almost. Very close. All right. If you want to respond to any of that conversation, you can hit us up on the RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043. Okay. What is the latest update from our Avs out at the Olympics? Also, man, a guy that has been in our living room for about 20 years is finally saying goodbye. That's next.
Do the Denver Nuggets still have the DNA of a championship team?
They have no chance of winning a championship without Aaron Gordon. None. So we'll see what it looks like when he comes back. But right now, Denver Nuggets are a really good team still. I just don't know if they have greatness. I haven't seen that quite yet.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Are you worrying about those upcoming credit card bills after the holidays? If you're a homeowner, there's no better time than now to call American Financing and wipe out that debt, eliminate the stress, and set yourself up for a strong 2026. The Fed dropped rates for the 4th time in December. American Financing can help you access that equity in your home at an interest rate in the low 5s. You heard that right, in the low 5s. That is a much lower rate than the average 20% or more credit card rate. American Financing is saving their customers an average of $800 a month. That's like a $10,000 raise to start the new year. There are no upfront fees and no obligation to see how much you can save. And they are closing some in as fast as 10 days and even delaying 2 mortgage payments. American Financing, Colorado's home for home loans. Call them today at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000 or online at AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org. APR for rates in the 5 start at 6.196% for well-qualified buyers. Call 303-695-7000 for details about credit costs and terms.
If you owe back taxes, listen carefully to rule number 1. Never go up against the IRS alone. They're cracking down, freezing bank accounts, garnishing paychecks, canceling passports. Even your home or business could be at risk. But here's what they don't tell you. The IRS has powerful tax relief programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. That's why smart people call Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax resolution firm. Nobody knows these programs like the experts at Optima. Their team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $2 billion in tax debt for people just like you. The IRS is not stopping, so don't wait and don't take them on alone. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optima today for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
AutoNation's New Year, New Wheels event is going on now. Drive any new or used vehicles, 0 down and 0 payments for 90 days. Save thousands on your favorite cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, we'll buy your car for top dollar today. Don't miss 0 down and 0 payments for 90 days. Hurry to your nearest AutoNation store or AutoNation.com. On select models with approved credit, interest accrues from date of purchase. See store for details, subject to in-store verification.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. Restore your bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to thinning hair with the same simple one-day treatment I receive from Dr. Tanya Pauls of Advanced Hair. Your own natural hair begins regrowing the very next day, and your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. For your free consultation, $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. Call 720-459-HAIR. AdvancedHair.com.
Hi, I'm Terrell Davis, 2-time world champion and Pro Football Hall of Famer. There is nothing more important than your health.
This February, save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins.
Are your investments in the right accounts? What's best, traditional or Roth? Are you receiving all available tax deductions? Are you paying as little in tax as you can? These are all questions you can't afford to get wrong. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth, and in many cases, it's not what you make, but it's what you keep that makes the real difference. Trajan Wealth and Trajan Tax work closely together exclusively. No more guessing about whether you should do a Roth conversion, or if maxing out your 401k is really the best option. Our nationally recognized fiduciary advisors and CPA team work in tandem to make sure your tax strategy works with your investment strategy. We'll even do your tax preparation. One team, one strategy. Isn't it time for a second opinion? Call Trajan today, 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
This Valentine's, I want to make it really special. Kick it up a notch and tell her exactly how much I love her.
At Williams Jewelers, we've created our one-stop Valentine's package that makes telling your true love exactly how you feel. I'm Steve Williams.
And I'm Shayna Williams. You see, we're one of Colorado's largest fine jewelers with the designer brands she knows and loves, like Tacori and Hearts on Fire.
Thousands of quality, iconic, and yes, affordable pieces you won't find in any other store, starting at under $300.
And now through Valentine's Day, with every purchase of $250 or more, you'll get a fresh cut red rose and a bottle of wine as our gift.
Guys, it's one-stop shopping and you're done.
This year, this Valentine's, more than ever, Williams Jewelers of Inglewood.
On the corner of Bellevue and Broadway, with plenty of free parking.
We're Denver's first family of fine jewelers.
And your one-stop Valentine's store.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
Hey guys, your boy Mark Schlereth here. Denver is Truck Month only at Bozarth Chevrolet and Celebration Chevrolet, where every new and pre-owned truck comes with a spray-in bed liner included. That's right, every new truck, every bed protected. Plus, take advantage of deeply incentivized programs on all the new and pre-owned trucks, including the new Silverado and Colorado, with offers designed for their customers to take advantage of. Work harder, play harder, drive smarter. Only at Bozarth Chevrolet and Celebration Chevrolet, your trusted partner in automotive.
Today's trivia on The Fan is brought to you by Window Nation.
Want to partake in our contests? Check out the rules at DenverSports.com.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD3, DU Hockey skates with Omaha with pregame starting at 5:30. Saturday on ESPN Denver 1600, CSU basketball faces Wyoming starting at 1:30. Then on 104.3 HD3, DU Hockey skates with Omaha in Game 2 starting at 5:30.
104.3 The Fan. We are Denver Sports.
Every day at 3:30, the drive comes off the top rope to hit you with a 1, 2, 3.
Finally, The Rock has come back to Denver.
Tape your wrists, stretch your spandex, and oil your hair. Here's Zach and Phil with today's 3 count on the drive.
Let's come off the top rope with it! Headed into a 3-day weekend.
All right, let's go.
You gotta hold it. You gotta hold it. Man, I said going into the break, someone that's been in our living room for over 20 seasons officially saying goodbye. How about Chris Paul, man? Dude, this guy, I've been watching Chris Paul play basketball since I was literally like, I want to say, because I'm including him in college too, I'm going to say I was like a freshman or sophomore in high school. And I'm 38 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, this dude, 21 years in the NBA. He is second all-time in assists, second all-time in steals. He was named a top 75 player of all time in the NBA 75 team. He was the 2006 Rookie of the Year, a 12-time All-Star, an 11-time All-NBA player, 9-time All-Defensive Team.
Man.
I mean, this guy, you know, he's one of the best players that we've ever seen. He just never was able to win the championship.
That's insane to think. 21 years. All the work he did. Everything that he worked for when it came to the assists and getting everybody involved. And yet, my man did not come close to winning a championship.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Top 5 point guard of all time, Chris Paul? Behind the glass, what do you guys think?
To me, yes, absolutely. I mean, he's top 2 in assists, top 2 in steals, all those all-NBA teams, and he had so many playoff teams. I know he never won it all, but it's really hard to win it all. And traditionally, if you go back in NBA history, if your best player is your point guard, typically you're not going to win the NBA Finals. It just doesn't really work that way. Magic Johnson was kind of the first one to break through and do that.
But he was 6'9".
And that's what I was just about to say. But he was huge. He wasn't your traditional size point guard.
No.
Other than that, it's Isaiah Thomas. And everybody really applauds Isaiah Thomas for the way he was able to do it because he kind of broke that barrier.
And he had several Hall of Fame players also on his team with him.
I mean, you look at Steph Curry, and he's been able to do it, but he's a different point guard. He's more of the jump shooter than that traditional floor general.
He is. And again, multiple Hall of Famers to the left and right of him. We didn't see Chris Paul for an elongated period of time in his prime play with multiple Hall of Fame players. The way that I refer to Chris Paul is he's the greatest winner who never won it all. because that guy, you can't tell me he's not a winner.
He turned around Oklahoma City. The reason Oklahoma City is as good as they are now is because Chris Paul went there for that one season.
People within the organization literally point back to that year and the seed that he planted of competitiveness, of professionalism, of just he permeated the locker room.
I wonder if it's going to eat at him, though, that he never
of course
won
it
that
will.
championship.
Of course
it
will.
Because everything he did some great stuff. He can't sit there and say I was a champion, which sucks for him, man. He deserved to have that at least.
I was going to say there's so many champions that did so much less that will throw their ring in your face, that rode the bus. Chris Paul drove the bus. He drove the bus, and they had a chance with that Clippers team, and he pulled his hamstring. I think it was the Western Conference Finals.
Well, that was Houston.
Was it with Houston?
He might have done it again with the Clippers, but in Houston, they were beating the KD Steph Warriors.
Yes.
3-2.
Yes.
And the Warriors ended up winning Game 6 and 7. In Game 7, I think the Rockets missed like 20 straight threes or something.
27 consecutive missed three-pointers. But he had that bomb squad with the Clippers that they were a complete team with DeAndre Jordan in his prime and Blake Griffin in his prime.
Yep.
And they were great, but Jamal Crawford, I think, was playing with them.
You can also point to the Phoenix team. They were up 2-0 in the finals.
In the finals.
And he was the second best player on that team pretty convincingly.
That was just like 4 or 5 years ago, right?
2021.
Yeah. Crazy. So, man, happy trails to Chris Paul, one of the most competitive players that ever stepped onto an NBA court. Next in the 3 count.
1, 2.
All right, let's get a little Olympic hockey update from our Colorado Avalanche. Drew, what can you tell our audience that they need to know?
All right, guys, game going on right now. Canada up 5-1 over Switzerland. The big note from that game, Nathan McKinnon, 3-point night so far, a goal and 2 assists.
Okay.
Cale Makar's got an assist in this one, so they are scoring like crazy. But the big one from that one, not Colorado Avalanche related, Connor McDavid, through 2 games, already has 6 points.
Wow.
The Olympic record is 11. We're 2 games into this thing. Not even a full 2 games yet. Connor McDavid's already got 6 points.
Wow, so he's more than halfway to the Olympic record after 2 games.
It's incredible. Yeah, it's phenomenal what this team's doing. But then go back to the early game this morning. Marty Necas and Czechia's win over France. He had a goal and assist as well. Nothing from Gabe or Arturi Lehkonen in their matchup this morning between Finland and Sweden. But man, these Avalanche players are off to a heck of a start.
I was going to say, so Cale had an assist yesterday morning, right? And so he had another one today.
Yep.
McKinnon scored in the first game,
He did.
right?
Has one today.
Uh-huh.
Landy scored in the first game for
Correct.
Sweden. Brock Nelson had 2.
He had 2.
Yesterday.
Almost had a third. It had not gotten waved off for goaltender interference.
That's right. I mean, these Avs are showing out.
And by the way, on the power play, Marty Necas' goal was on the power play. Nathan McKinnon's goal yesterday was on the power play.
Gabe's
was on the power play. Arturi Lehkonen had one on the power play.
Come on.
Are you Lecky had one on the power play too?
4 power play goals so far for the Avalanche in this tournament.
Hold
So is
on
it
a
the
second.
players or is it the coaching?
Holy smokes! You talk about like a narrative that writes itself. Holy
It's
smokes!
crazy. You can't make it up.
And then you come back stateside, and it's not just the worst in the league; it's historically bad.
Yeah.
Oh, but hopefully this is going to jumpstart them from like, okay, like we had fun. We know what it feels like to score on the power play. So now when we get back with our team, we can hit the ground running. Because if not, it has to be on the system. It has to be the coaches, not the players.
Dave Hackstall's got to be watching this like, oh, God almighty.
You're not kidding. I mean, to be fair, like Nathan McKinnon's playing on a power play with Sidney Crosby and Connor McDavid, 2 of the all-time great players in the history of the league, but still.
Yeah, the optics of it. To have 4 power
Exactly.
play goals, that is crazy. All right, next in the 3 count.
1, 2, 3.
All right, who's winning the 3-point contest this weekend? You have Jamal Murray in it. I can't wait to watch Jamal in this. Con Knuppel, the rookie out of Duke.
Yeah.
How often is it a rookie, a first-time contestant, the favorite? That's what we have for tomorrow night. The Charlotte guard played at Duke. He's plus 300, so a $100 bet would win you, $300 if he went and won it. That's not great odds. It's really not great odds. Dame Lillard, who is not playing. Dame Lillard is not playing this NBA season.
Yeah. No,
But he's going to participate in the 3-point contest.
Okay, yeah. I was going to say he's not in the 3-point contest now.
Dude, that's the most NBA thing of all time.
I was going to say, what's worse, that or the fact that Mac McClung, who's not even in the NBA, was in the slam dunk contest, 3 years in a row?
Yeah.
At least 2?
And you know the dunk contest is down bad when Mac McClung, who's not in the NBA, says, no, thank you, I'm not doing it again. Like, holy smokes. So Dame Lillard not participating in the season, but participating tomorrow night is plus 450. All right. And then it's Jamal Murray and Devin Booker sharing the same odds at plus 550. All right. So a $100 bet on Murray or Booker to win it all. If they went and did it, you'd win $550 in addition to your money that you staked back. So right in the middle of the field, Tyrese Maxey is plus 650. Donovan Mitchell is plus 700. Norm Powell plus 850. Bobby Portis a whopping plus 1,300. So Murray has the third best odds to win it all.
How do you feel about that? Do you think he's going to win?
I'll probably bet $20 on him to win.
Okay.
Like it'll be like 20 to win 110 or something like that. So I think he's got a good shot. You know what I pay attention to this every year because I've been betting the 3-point contest for 20 years now. You have to look at how they shoot the basketball. And Murray shoots from a pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say from a pocket, it's like the same motion every time. And so someone like Norm Powell, when he shoots his threes, he is all the way off his feet and releases it at the top of his jump. Dude, he's not going to win this thing. There's too much. That's too much movement. Someone like Murray and Dame Lillard, same way, shoots in the pocket, doesn't have to jump, and it's just the same motion every time. If you're one of these guys who jumps and releases it at the very top, you're not winning the 3-point contest. It's got to be a repeatable motion, and you're doing it over and over and over again. So Norm Powell, if he's going to shoot the way that he shoots, he's going to have to jump over and over and over and over. Guys like that don't win the slam dunk or the 3-point contest. Someone like Jamal Murray's shot, someone like Dame Lillard's shot is just a more favorable bet, I guess. And I hope that makes sense because I know I'm doing this on the radio and you can't see me, but I hope that makes sense. I think he's got a great shot to win.
All right, so Jamal Murray, I'm going to go Jamal, and then number 2 will be Dame. I think he hasn't been doing anything. He's been chilling. So he's going to go out there, he's going to try his hardest, and he may end up winning this thing.
Well, if he wins it, I think he's going to have the NBA record. I think he'll have the most ever 3-point contest wins, I want to say. So we'll see if he can make history tomorrow night. But I'll be pulling for Jamal with my heartstrings and my wallet. All right, shifting gears. What was the biggest takeaway from the Broncos' new stadium conversation, according to our guy Mike Kliss? That's next.
The champ! Are you ready? Do you consider yourself a super fan? Well, now's your chance to prove it. It's Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan Super Fan Send-Off, presented by 303 Law 4040, sending you to Las Vegas for the biggest pro wrestling event in the world. A pair of 2-night event tickets, airfare, and hotel all included, plus a $500 Visa card. So get in the ring and enter now at denversports.com/superfan. That's denversports.com/superfan.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side, your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, during our President's Day sale, take 50% off our limited edition bed, plus free premium delivery with any bed and base. Ends Monday. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
At the UPS Store, we know being a small business owner means holiday time is still go time. Still get those orders shipped time. And still re-up on stamps and supplies time. That's why this upcoming holiday, while others close up shop, we'll be open. And happy to help you keep being unstoppable. Come into your local store today. Most locations are independently owned. Product, services, pricing, and hours of operation may vary. See Center for details. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable.
Hey guys, listen up. Saturday is Valentine's Day. Usually most men think of candy or flowers, but this year consider giving your special lady something truly spectacular. Buy her a few hours of rest and relaxation at Beau Visage Skincare and Spa. Beau Visage specializes in several luxurious pampering services that women love. But with all the spas around today, why choose Beau Visage? Simple. At Beau Visage, you're not just buying a service. Instead, your special lady receives a wonderful overall experience. Trust me, there is no place like Beau Visage. This place is terrific, professional, first class, and they do a great job at very competitive prices. And it's easy shopping for you. Just call them 303-779-5002 or online at bvspa.com. This Valentine's Day, send that special lady to Beau Visage, 303-779-5002 or online at bvspa.com.
It's me. Oh my gosh, you'll never believe what I just opened for Valentine's Day. A sapphire ring from Hellsberg. Just like the one I lost years ago. Remember how excited I was when you gave it to me? I cannot believe you remembered that story. I guess you were right. I really found the one.
This Valentine's Day, create a moment that means something with up to 40% off gifts at Hellsberg. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
Babe, your arms look amazing. Working out is paying off.
Thanks. I just wish my chest matched. No matter what I do, I'm frustrated with my man boobs.
Hey, don't beat yourself up. More than half of men have gynecomastia. It's gland tissue, not laziness. Same thing is happening to my friend Trisha's husband. He went to Dr. Cameron Dastry at Modern Surgical Arts of Denver.
For real? You get good results?
He got great results. Call him, honey.
Call today. They're offering complimentary consultations for the fan listeners. 303-470-3400 or at modernsurgicalarts.com.
Is your money doing everything it can for you? Like automatically pushing more of your money to savings every day?
I don't think so.
Then switch to Huntington Bank and let's get more from money. Huntington Bank, welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Your heat seems to be running a lot more than it should. Why? You might be surprised to learn it's because the insulation in your windows has failed. When that happens, your heat leaks out and the cold gets in. Talk to the pros at Window Nation and get new windows with big savings during Window Nation's Buy 4 Windows, Get 4 free sale. Plus, you could get them with 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. And ask how you could get a pair of Icon Pass 2-day sessions. Don't wait to put an end to your window problems. Schedule a quote now at windownation.com.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply or play. Stop, opt out. Terms and conditions apply to the earnings promotion.
Do you have caregiving experience as a parent, teacher, nanny, coach, or in another similar role? Hop Skip Drive is looking for experienced caregivers who want to help students in their community by driving them to and from school. Earn up to $50 per ride with Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion, all while helping your community. If you have your own vehicle that is no more than 10 years old, a clean driving record, and at least 5 years of caregiving experience, you could become a Hop Skip Drive care driver. Just text ROAD to 323232 to get started right now. Hop Skip Drive gives you the flexibility to set your own schedule and earn competitive pay. It's simple. Drive in your free time and make a real difference for students right in your neighborhood. Don't wait. Text ROAD to 323232 right now. Text ROAD to 323232 and start earning up to $50 per ride during Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion period. That's ROAD to 323232. Text ROAD to 323232 now.
Stream Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, our guy Mike Kliss joins us around this time on Fridays. He is presented by Fitness Gallery. Mike, what do you think your biggest takeaway was last night at the Burnham Yard sort of Q&A community meetup?
Yeah. Well, very broadly, I would say that they're doing a real good job of working the community, trying not to offend anyone in the community.
Yep.
Around Burnham Yard, by holding these type of functions, events, having these virtual polling, letting them write down and communicate their concerns. That's basically what I got out of it. Information wise, there was a little graph there that showed they're going to start construction. They're tentatively planning to start construction, I should say, in the first or the second or third quarter of 2027. They still have a couple of off to the side. When we talked to Damani, they still have a couple of entities that they have to negotiate with. Denver Water still is one. He didn't say that, but that's who one of them is, and the other is the concrete company. So, but they've gone forward with this. It's going to happen. It's just that they got to, cross a few more T's and dot a few more I's before they make it official.
Well, you said it's going to happen there, Mike. So you feel confident that no matter what, you got two other entities that have not bought in just yet, but you feel like no matter what, this is going to go through at some point. Am I
Yeah,
correct?
I mean, I've heard the term eminent domain, which there may be some complications with that. Because that generally is used with public type things. And this is privately built, but it's also used for the public. I don't know. That's for people smarter than me. I didn't get into sports for eminent domains, that's for sure. But it's what we've wound up having to do here from time to time. But yeah, Greg Penner and Kerry Penner, they put up a Walmart. They put up 5 Walmarts a day. I think they know the real estate business pretty well. And for them to go ahead and announce that this is the preferred site, to have these public meetings, have some assurances with city officials. They wouldn't do it if it wasn't going to happen.
Mike, is it safe to say, and I shouldn't even phrase it like that. I think this ownership group could make more money in Lone Tree, wouldn't you think, with a larger footprint and just more stuff to do as opposed to the 150 acres that they're working with in Burnham Yard?
I talked to Greg Penner about that, and they did want to keep it downtown. That was important to them. That's to keep the downtown and revitalize what is now a dead area. It's got some light rail, it's got some transportation hooked up alongside it, but otherwise the area is an abandoned railroad, and so they want to refurbish. They just don't want the stadium, and that's what last night's meeting was about, was the development around the stadium. I mean, they want another Lodo. Larimer Square. They want to revitalize that whole area and make it so it is the go-to place in downtown Denver. It's a little bit off of the beaten track, but they want people going there year round. And so, I think demographically, it still made sense for them to go downtown. The other thing, Zach, they like that. The Penners like that it's a constricted, kind of a landlocked plot, because it makes the designers, the architects, more creative. Whereas in Lone Tree, and I was out there in Lone Tree, you're right, they had all these acres, all this open space. The tendency in places like that is just to drop a, one of those round, characterless stadiums, and there's not much. There's just not much character to them. Whereas places like Wrigley Field have got they're forced to have that ballpark within a grid, and it kind of makes the stadium unique. I think they think the plot of land that they're on and the constrictions is going to make the stadium and the redevelopment unique. So
very interesting.
Yeah,
Mike, one more follow-up on the stadium here. I have been thinking and talking with Phil here about things that you can do with this new stadium. And 2 days ago, I recalled, going back to my play-by-play days, it was so cool doing a game at Duke in Cameron Indoor, where they had a museum for Duke basketball inside Cameron Indoor. And it wasn't massive. It can be as big as the current team store at Mile High. I think they should do something like that to honor the history, as everything is new here, and new horizon, and new ownership group, new coach, new quarterback, to also recognize you're now the history holders of the Denver Broncos, and you stand on the shoulders of giants. Do you think that they could do something like that? And then additionally, I also advocated yesterday, we need more statues in Denver sports. It's something I've talked about for years here behind this microphone.
Yeah.
And I believe a massive statue of John Elway, much like Michael Jordan outside the United Center, it's so unique and special, it makes you feel dwarfing next to it. Could you see either of those two things happening here with this new build?
Yeah, I think isn't Todd Helton getting a statue at Coors Field? Maybe Todd Helton.
Yep.
And Larry Walker.
Yep. In August and September, moving forward here. Yes.
I mean, and not John Elway. They got statues before John Elway. Come on.
Crazy.
I'm 100% in agreement with you. In fact, at Empower Field, I presented to Joe Ellis that they should have a museum there at the current stadium a long time ago. And, you know, I've been to the Green Bay Packers Museum, and the Broncos don't have quite the history that the Packers do. But that museum in Green Bay, which is inside Lambeau Field, just as you're talking about, that is well attended year round. And what struck me is they have the Bart Starr quarterback sneak in the Ice Bowl on continuous loop in there, and I just stare at it, you know.
Yep.
And that's what they can have the drive.
Yes.
Elway, the drive against Cleveland.
Yes.
On a continuous, just show it nonstop, 24/7.
Mike, but also mix in Tebow to DT, the helicopter play.
Yeah.
CJ Anderson running into the end zone in the snow. I mean, you could do a million things.
Yeah, charge $5 a head. $5 a head, you'll make a killing.
Look at you.
It's businessman. Hey, I've presented it, and I think it's one of those things where to do it right, they weren't quite ready to undertake that project. But I don't know if this is on the and the blueprints for the new stadium, but I hope it is. And in fact, I'll ask for you there, Zach, see if we can get that done.
I appreciate it, Mike, very much. Have a great weekend, my friend.
See you guys.
All right, there goes Mike Kliss, our 9 News Broncos insider, presented by Fitness Gallery. They sell the world's finest fitness equipment. Let's play a little trivia next.
Should the Broncos make a move for Cowboys wide receiver George Pickens this offseason?
He is a bona fide sports team cancer. I don't care how many catches he gets. I don't care how many yards he puts up. The last guy I want to bring in is a guy like George Pickens. You kidding me?
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, what's up? It's Zach here. And if you're looking for your new go-to spot in Centennial, the Basketball Social House is it. Award-winning food and drinks, an incredible weekend brunch, and a brand new sports bar entertainment space where you can catch every Colorado game. Even if you're not playing, it's a great hang. But if you are, their private basketball suites are unreal. Full court, lounge, music, TVs, the whole setup. And because you're hearing this from me, get half off your first private basketball suite rental. Just use code HALFOFFHOOPS. Trust me, you're going to love this place.
I started my first business when I was 12, mowing lawns for about $5 a yard. I learned if you do the job right, people trust you and customers care that you show up and do what you say you're going to do. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of Don's Garage Doors. From garage door repairs to upgrades, we show up, we stand behind every job. We only use the best parts, and spring's guaranteed to last a lifetime. When you care about the people you serve, you work harder and it shows. Call Don's Garage Doors today or schedule online at donsgaragedoors.com.
When it comes to garage doors, no one knows more.
Jewelry Graham. Hi, I'm Brian, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. We have just the right gift for your sweetheart this Valentine's Day. Any style, any budget. Like heart-shaped necklaces, birthstones, or hand-matched diamond studs. Getting engaged? Create a dream ring and choose from natural and lab-grown diamonds in all shapes and sizes. Come see us in store or at shaneco.com because a friend wants you to win Valentine's Day. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
I wish I'd gotten treated for my erectile dysfunction sooner. Men, I hear this all the time from our patients. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if ED is a problem in your life, resolve to get it treated today and stop having it affect you and the one you love. ED is simply a medical condition, and it's fully treatable. And at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most guys, your ED will be a thing of the past. In fact, you could be having great sex within a day or two of your first appointment, and you'll likely find you're performing like you haven't in a long time. It's the new year. Resolve to get your ED treated and change your life. Call us at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, a Promenic restorative health practice.
Hi, I'm Terrell Davis, 2-time world champion and Pro Football Hall of Famer. There is nothing more important than your health. That's why I made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer.
This February, save 25% off all primetime functional trainers, home gyms, and racks. Work out on your schedule on the equipment you choose from the safety and comfort of your own home. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins.
Hey guys, your boy Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity. Now, when Team USA is on, you can almost see the moment when the kid starts believing, hey, I can be next. Now, while Xfinity can't guarantee that, they can guarantee something super important. That's your internet price won't change for 5 years. No contracts, no commitments. So while your kid's ordering online or streaming highlight reels, your Xfinity internet price won't change. It will not budge. And who knows, by the time the next Winter Olympics roll around, your kid could be getting fitted for their very own Team USA uniform. And guess what? You'll be paying the same price for reliable Wi-Fi. And there's even more to enjoy with Xfinity Gold Medal Celebration. Now through February 22nd, get our best price on gig Wi-Fi for 5 years guaranteed, just $50 a month. Plus, get Peacock Premium included for 10 years. That's a $10.99 value each month. Xfinity, imagine that. Proud partner of Team USA. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto-paid with stored bank account. Taxes, fees, extras. Actual speeds may vary.
Need a new water heater? Euro Plumbing has lifetime warranties, great financing, and low pricing. 720-500-3000. 720-500-3000.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD3, DU Hockey skates with Omaha with pregame starting at 5:30. Saturday on ESPN Denver 1600, CSU basketball faces Wyoming starting at 1:30. Then on 104.3 HD3, DU Hockey skates with Omaha in Game 2 starting at 5:30.
104.3 The Fan. We are Denver Sports.
You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, halfway home here on a Friday. Appreciate that conversation with Mike Kliss. There was an interesting thing or two that we can circle back to when we get back to the stadium conversation and things that we learned from last night. But in the meantime, 4 o'clock on a Friday when we are outside of the Broncos season turns into trivia. Do we know how the morning show did?
I believe they went 3-1.
They did go 3-1.
3-1. What? Real quick, can we recap our questions that we asked them?
I asked them the largest margin of victory in a Super Bowl since 2010 outside of Seahawks Broncos.
Okay.
They got that one.
And what was it?
It was the Buccaneers beating the Chiefs.
Oh, that's right.
There was a little bit of some controversy, though, because Stoke brought it up, and then the rest of the show was giving Ty the credit for saying it. And Stoke felt a little slighted that he didn't get the credit for it.
All right. And then we asked, did they get the JaVale McGee question right?
They did not get the JaVale McGee. They guessed, I think, Andre Iguodala.
Okay. And that question was, who was a first-round draft pick from a non-Power 5 school that won 3 championships and had a gold medal with Team USA and played for the Nuggets? And the answer was JaVale McGee. And then what else?
I asked them about, it was a golf question. Roy just won the career Grand Slam last year, winning the Masters, but he won that tournament in a playoff. What golfer did he beat in that playoff?
Ooh. Oh my gosh, I'm looking at him. The older dude, skinny in the face. Gosh, I forget. Who is it?
Justin Rose.
Justin Rose,
your description was a little vague there. But yeah.
He's on the older side, right? And he's got like a skinny
he's like
face.
47.
Yeah.
British guy.
Yeah, come on, Dante.
Just won a couple weeks ago.
It was right at the tip of your tongue, I could tell.
and then what was the fourth one?
It was your curveball question that Ty got.
Oh, Ty got it?
He did.
Gosh, and it was like, what Disney movie, which of these animated Disney movies came out first? And it was like Beauty and the Beast and a handful of others, but the answer was Fox and the Hound. Okay, all right, let's put our brains together. Let's please stick together as a team today. Last week, things got fragmented. Alex is a part of our team now. Is Alex around? Do we have Alex?
Alex is not around, but I'm back to unify the team.
Hold on a second.
We got to get him. We'll get him.
Yeah, I was going to say, it took his debut for him to earn his stripes. Last week was controversial. We gave him the ball. We let him take the last shot. He made it to go, I think, 3-1 last week. So without further ado, Dante Gomez, hit that music.
Question number 1, football question for you. Name the only current NFL team to have never reached a conference championship game.
Ooh. The only current NFL team that has never reached a conference championship game. The first team that I thought of right now, and I want to workshop it, obviously.
Yeah.
But have the Texans ever played in the
AFC Championship?
AFC Championship?
My brain also went to expansion teams, Jags, Texans.
But I think the Texans did when they end up getting beat by the Chiefs.
Was that the AFC? I think that was a divisional round.
Was it the divisional round?
Divisional,
when they were up like 21-0
yes.
and ended up actually getting blown out in that game. That was when the Chiefs' offense was just like crazy.
I have a question. Do the Titans take the history of the Texans? I don't know how that works.
Well, no, because it's current team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would be totally unfair. But yeah.
What about the Titans? The Tennessee Titans.
Titans have been to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, Titans went to the Super Bowl with Steve McNair.
Yep.
Kevin Dyson at the goal line.
Both the Jaguars and the Panthers have been to an NFC and AFC championship.
Jags 2017 got beat by the Patriots.
Yep. And they also win the 90s, I think in their third or fourth year.
They did with Tom Coughlin, yeah.
Panthers have been in the Super Bowl twice.
So what teams have not been in the Super Bowl?
I don't think the Vikings have ever been in a Super Bowl.
Yeah, they've lost 4.
Oh, that's right. They lost 4. The Browns, I don't think, have ever been in a Super Bowl.
Browns have never been, but they've been in championship games because they lost twice to the Broncos in the championship game.
That's right.
I think it's the Texans.
Texans?
I like the Texans.
Okay, let's go.
Detroit? Not Detroit.
No, Detroit was in the conference championship game against 49ers.
Well, have they been in
a
Super Bowl?
Detroit has not been to a Super Bowl.
Okay.
But they did lose to the Niners in the conference championship game, I believe it was 2 years ago.
No, that was divisional round as well.
That was.
Was it?
I think it was the divisional round.
Yeah. I'm almost positive that was divisional round.
But
because even with like someone like, let's say, Barry Sanders.
No, they were usually bad.
Yeah, they were.
Right?
But hold on a second. Hold on. Let's circle back to the Texans. There was no era of Texans football when they start in like early 2000s, right?
Correct. I think 2000 was their first season.
David Carr.
They were really bad for a long time.
Really bad. They draft like Mario Williams.
Correct. Yeah.
Yep.
But they were never. No, I think it's the Texans. Let's go. Let's go Texans. Final answer. Send it in.
Send it in, Jerome.
Answer: the Houston Texans.
All right, let's go. Knuckles. Boom. 1-0. Next question.
Question number 2. This one from baseball. In 2012, this player became the youngest player to achieve a 30-home run, 30 stolen base season at the age of 20. Name him.
2012. He said he was 20?
Yes.
30 home runs, 30 stolen bases?
Yeah.
You got this?
No, Zach's got this.
Okay.
2012. 30 home runs, 30 stolen bases.
I got a couple ideas, but I'm not sure if it's timeline-wise. Mike Trout. I know he was called up super young.
Yeah, and that would be timeline, like, makes sense, right? Because Trout's, what is he, around like 31 right now, 32?
Yeah, maybe like 33, 34.
Yeah.
He's a little on the older side by now. Bryce Harper was called up at 19.
Yep.
That's a good one.
Those were the first two that came to my mind based on that timeline as well.
The timeline doesn't fit, but you know who actually might be in that conversation is Chris Bryant. But Chris Bryant did not come up, I believe, until 2015.
He also went to college, so I don't think he would have been 20.
No, it's a good point.
Yeah.
It's a good point. And when Bryce Harper was called up, wasn't it later in the season?
But it could have been even the following season.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
He
because he came up
made
at
his
19.
debut at 19.
I see what you mean. Got it.
I think it's Harper or Trout.
Yeah, I like those.
Then where would you lean?
My gut would say Trout, I think.
I think I would go with Trout, too.
I think I would, too.
But, I mean, it could be somebody else completely that's just not on my radar right now.
Well, let's just take a beat here. So we have Harper, we have Trout. 2012. And Aaron Judge isn't like a base stealer, right? I mean,
no, he also went to college, too.
He went to college, too. Where did he go?
Fresno.
Fresno, that's right. And we brought up Derek Carr. That's where, Derek Carr went to Fresno. Actually, we brought up David Carr, excuse me.
Is there any other, like, young phenoms that just came up at that young?
What about Francisco Lindor?
Does he make sense timeline-wise? How old is he right now? He's got to be like 28, 29, or is he?
I think he's around the same age as Trout.
Is that right?
I think he is.
I thought he was younger than that.
I thought he was a little younger, too. Also, I don't know if he has 30 home runs that young.
That's a good point.
He was a little. He's on the skinnier side in general, but especially when you're 20.
Yeah.
Go with Trout.
Trout. We all kind of like Trout.
Yeah, I think we all like Trout.
Okay, let's go. Are we good? Dante, good?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Phil, good?
Yeah.
All right, let's go Mike Trout, final answer, send it in.
Send it in, Jerome!
Answer, Mike Trout.
Let's go.
Let's
go. Knuckles. Let's go. You want to wait? We have 2 questions left. You know, let's take a timeout. Let's come to a huddle, grab a drink, eat an orange slice, and we'll come back, finish trivia next.
Do the Colorado Rockies need to face an unfortunate reality this season?
Chris Bryant still has 3 years and a fully guaranteed $81 million left on his 7-year, $182 million contract that he signed. So is this the worst contract in Denver sports history?
It's got to be, right? It's got to be.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
2026 is shaping up to be an amazing year to buy a home in Colorado. If you've been dreaming about getting into your first place, upgrading for more space, or downsizing for a simpler lifestyle, now is a smart time to start planning. And the first step is easy. Get pre-approved. With American Financing, you can get it done in 24 hours or less, so you'll know exactly what you can afford before you start shopping. Rates have been dropping, home prices are steady, and more homes are hitting the market. You could score the right home at the right price and lock in a monthly payment that fits your budget without stretching yourself thin. And unlike renting, every payment you make goes toward your future, not your landlord's. And here's a misconception we love to bust. You do not need 20% down. Many buyers purchase with as little as 3% down. So if home ownership is on your 2026 goals list, let's make it happen. Call American Financing, Colorado's home for home loans, at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At the UPS Store, we know being a small business owner means holiday time is still go time. Still get those orders shipped time. And still re-up on stamps and supplies time. That's why this upcoming holiday, while others close up shop, we'll be open. And happy to help you keep being unstoppable. Come into your local store today. Most locations are independently owned. Product, services, pricing, and hours of operation may vary. See Center for details. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable.
At Belco Credit Union, we want to make your dream renovation a reality. Maybe that means a modern kitchen upgrade or a luxurious new bathroom. With Belco's Home Equity Choice line, you can get easy access to funds with the freedom and convenience of a home equity line of credit, plus the security and stability of a home equity loan. Plus, Belco is also offering low rates for qualified borrowers. Learn more at belco.org/choiceline. Belco is an equal opportunity housing lender. Belco, banking for everyone.
AutoNation's New Year, New Wheels event is going on now. Drive any new or used vehicles 0 down and 0 payments for 90 days. Save thousands on your favorite cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, we'll buy your car for top dollar today. Don't miss 0 down and 0 payments for 90 days. Hurry to your nearest AutoNation store or AutoNation.com. On select models with approved credit, interest accrues from date of purchase. See store for details, subject to in-store verification.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. Let's talk about your hair. If you're losing it and desire it back, then do what I did and go see Dr. Tanya Pauls at Advanced Hair Restoration. Their simple one-day treatment offers life-changing results that I can personally attest to. Guys, it's not magic, but close to it. They put hair where you need it the most, and bam, it grows. It's actually science. Advanced Hair has it all. Top-rated Dr. Tanya Pauls, modern technology, and best of all, you get your very own natural hair that begins regrowing the very next day. Advanced Hair even guarantees it to grow for life. So schedule your free consultation today. Call 720-459-HAIR and you'll get $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. That's 720-459-HAIR. Advanced Hair is the winner of Westward's Best of Denver, and they've changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. Become inspired with the before and afters at advancedhair.com. That's advancedhair.com.
Okay, does this happen to anybody else? You sit down with a juicy QPC, some McNuggets, and those golden fries from McDonald's. Then you take a long sip of your Sprite because you can still hear your mama saying, "Don't fill up on that drink before you eat your food." But you're grown now, so you do what you want.
Share and share alike with the 20-piece McNuggets from McDonald's for just $6. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Women go through many changes in their lives. And we believe each milestone matters. That every new candle represents another step in your story. Our healthcare experts support women at every stage of life. Because each chapter deserves to be celebrated. Women's health. Nurture what's next. Find care near you at mountain.commonspirit.org. Common Spirit Health. Human kindness lives here.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Replace stop, opt out. Terms and conditions apply to the earnings promotion.
Do you have caregiving experience as a parent, teacher, nanny, coach, or in another similar role? Hop Skip Drive is looking for experienced caregivers who want to help students in their community by driving them to and from school. Earn up to $50 per ride with Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion, all while helping your community. If you have your own vehicle that is no more than 10 years old, a clean driving record, and at least 5 years of caregiving experience, you could become a Hop Skip Drive care driver. Just text ROAD to 323232 to get started right now. Hop Skip Drive gives you the flexibility to set your own schedule and earn competitive pay. It's simple. Drive in your free time and make a real difference for students right in your neighborhood. Don't wait. Text ROAD to 323232 right now. Text ROAD to 323232 and start earning up to $50 per ride during Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion period. That's ROAD to 323232. Text ROAD to 323232 now.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Trade Gen Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider Mike Kliss. Presented by Fitness Gallery. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, rolling downhill on a Friday. Really appreciate you guys being here with us. The show has flown by. We were just playing some trivia. We went 2-0, and let's see if we can try to finish strong here and go into a 3-day weekend feeling good about ourselves. Dante Gomez, hit the music.
Question number 3 from the NBA. What NBA player was stabbed 11 times in 2000 but went on to play every game of that season? Was it Rasheed Wallace, Ron Artest, Paul Pierce, Ben Wallace, or Sean Marion?
You remember this?
All right, so hold on a second.
Do you need the names again? Or?
Yeah, I was just writing them down. So Rasheed Wallace, Ron Artest, Ben Wallace, Sean Marion, and Paul Pierce, right? So
I don't think Ben Wallace was one of them. Was it?
Yeah, go ahead and fire it again.
Was it Rasheed Wallace, Ron Artest, Paul Pierce, Ben Wallace, or Sean Marion?
Okay. Gosh, each of these guys is so unique. Oh my gosh. we could talk about these characters for the rest of the show. Rasheed Wallace, I mean, just absolute character. You guys remember the patch on the back of his head? That guy, oh my God.
The headband, the patch.
Could you imagine like him and Draymond Green, like tag team in a ref? Like, then you had Ron Artest, who was involved in the most famous brawl, the Malice at the Palace in NBA history, who changed his name to Meta World Peace. You have Ben Wallace, Big Ben. I
like me some Ben Wallace,
I
man.
love Ben Wallace. I want to say he is the only, I think he's the only Division II basketball player that ever went to the Basketball Hall of Fame, I want to say. And yet Sean Marion, one of the great nicknames in NBA history, the Matrix, who used to love to dust off the windmill on the breakaway. Love Sean Marion. But I believe the answer to this question.
I have mine marked down. I want to see if I'm right with you.
Go ahead.
Rasheed Wallace.
I don't know for sure. I think this is Paul Pierce.
You think it's Paul?
Paul Pierce, he was, well, I'm not going to break down his biography, but he I want to say he was in LA. I think he got poked up when he was in California.
Because wasn't he famous for like having some gang affiliation still when he was in the league?
Yes, he did, and that's what I was going to start getting into. I'm not going to get too much into it.
So you think it's Paul Pierce?
I'm not a fan of Paul Pierce. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Paul Pierce. Does anyone else remember this exact story?
I do remember the story, and I'm actually pretty much with you. I'm almost convinced it was Paul Pierce.
Yeah. I believe the answer is Paul Pierce. Gosh, I want to say he was doing something on the West Coast and got caught up and poked up pretty good. So let's go. Paul Pierce stabbed 11 times and played every game that season. Paul Pierce, final answer, send it in.
Send it in, Jerome!
Answer, Paul Pierce.
Let's go. Let's go. 3-0.
Damn, my man got stabbed 11 times, huh?
Yeah. I don't think it was. They were more surface level injuries. It wasn't some big, massive blade like, driving through his flesh. I mean, he got stabbed. Yes.
There was a defensive back, I want to say, for the Colts that got stabbed before a playoff game. And I had to go back and remember. He got like stabbed in his leg. Ended up making a big time play, a fumble recovery. I think he took it back to the house, but I think his old lady stabbed him. Stabbed him in the leg.
Did.
Yes.
My
Went
goodness.
to the ER, played that game.
Wow.
I have to go back and see, but I'm pretty sure I remember that.
Okay, we'll circle back on that. Let's go off our curveball question, Dante.
Now for your curveball question. Name the year. Barry Bonds won NL MVP. The Buffalo Bills were in the Super Bowl. Quentin Tarantino made his directorial debut with Reservoir Dogs. And End of the Road by Boyz II Men was the #1 song of the year.
Oh, my goodness.
I like this.
Hey,
That's a good question.
Yeah, go ahead and fire that again, please, Dante.
Barry Bonds won NL MVP. The Buffalo Bills were in the Super Bowl. Quentin Tarantino made his directorial debut with Reservoir Dogs. And End of the Road by Boyz II Men was the #1 song of the year.
Boyz II Men.
All right, so we know it's at least from 1990 to 93.
Yeah, it's definitely early 90s.
That was the window of
the Bills.
The Bills.
Yeah, so the Bills, and sometimes I get confused with like the actual year that they played the Super Bowl and what season it was, but I'm pretty sure it was the season of 90, 91, 92, 93.
Right.
And Bonds winning NL MVP.
He was with the Pirates back then. In fact, I think Barry Bonds holds the record for most NL MVPs.
I think he has like 5 or 7 of these.
I think it's 7.
You remember the date?
Yeah, well, I remember. So I'm leaning towards back in 1992. The Pirates were really, really good, and I believe they played the. Oh, did they play? Was it the Phillies in the NLCS that year?
He used to have like the little crosses hanging from the earrings. I always thought that was
he was
so
an
cool.
MVP player. I mean, a Hall of Famer before.
Oh yeah, he looked like a different person by the time he was winning, MVP with the Giants.
The head was a little bit bigger, wasn't it?
Head was massive. Hat size changed for sure.
And Boyz II Men.
So did his ball size, by the way.
Whoa.
Sorry.
Hey, okay, that was random.
That's shrunk.
Hair
got big, ball.
Yes, that's what happens. It's a natural order.
And I believe wasn't Water Runs Dry. That was off Cooley High Harmony, I believe, was the Boyz II Men album back then.
And that was 92?
I think it was 92. It was either 90 or 92.
I wrote
Maybe
down
91.
Okay, I wrote down 93. That might be too late now that you're talking out the Bond stuff.
Yeah.
And the Bills, like it was 92 for the Bills.
Wait, it was 92, 93, 91, and 90.
Yeah.
I think they lost to the Giants, the Redskins, Dallas, I want to say.
Yeah, that hurts.
That
hurts.
Dude, you want to see hurt? Go watch the 30 for 30, the Four Falls of Buffalo. It's heartbreaking.
1992.
That's kind of where I'm leaning.
You want to go 92?
92.
Yeah.
Dante, any thought here?
I like 92 as an answer. I was thinking later in the 90s. I was going more based on the Tarantino thing. But
Alex, any thought? The self-proclaimed master of the curveball?
So Alex says he likes 92, 93.
He's not super confident.
No.
Okay. Next week we can get him in here on a mic.
I just think 93, I don't think it was because the Pirates were not as good that year, which means Bonds probably wouldn't have won the NL MVP.
Okay.
I will say, I don't want to confuse everything here, but MLB MVPs typically doesn't really matter how good your team is. I mean, Mike Trout was winning those with Anaheim, and
That's
they weren't
point.
very
True.
good.
That's a good point. If you like 92, let's go 92.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about 92.
Boyz II Men.
I was born in 94, baby. Let's go 92.
I was in second grade in 94.
I will say, I think Pulp Fiction was 94, if that changes anything with Tarantino. So maybe 92 makes more sense?
Yeah, maybe it does because it would take about a year or so. So you're going to release the film, then you're going to do the promo for the film, take a month or two off, shoot the film. Okay, let's go 92. Let's go 92. Let's go 1992, the year that Ric Flair won the Royal Rumble in Albany, New York. Let's go 1992. Final answer, send it in.
Send it in, Jerome!
Answer, 1992.
Let's go!
Let's go!
4-0! 4-0! Put up the fours! Let's go!
Anything is possible!
Oh my gosh, I love it. All right, great stuff. Hey, it's ranking season, and a portion of Broncos country is in a kerfuffle because of it. It's got to do with Bo Nix. We'll talk about it next.
Do the Denver Nuggets still have the DNA of a championship team?
They have no chance of winning a championship without Aaron Gordon. None. So we'll see what it looks like when he comes back. But right now, Denver Nuggets are a really good team still. I just don't know if they have greatness. I haven't seen that quite yet.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hello, Colorado. It's David Szymanski with U.S. Mortgages, and we're celebrating 30 years. Make 2026 your best year ever. Eliminate all your high-interest debts, saving you $500 to $1,000 or more every month. Worried about approval? We have recently expanded our guidelines to help even more people qualify. If you've been told no, we can help say yes with bank statement loans, asset-based loans, non-traditional credit, debt to incomes over 50%, loan to values up to 95% and more. At U.S. Mortgages, you don't need perfect credit either. We help down to a 580 score and even lower case by case. Call now to get a no-risk, no-obligation quote from a BBB A+ rated lender and also get our exclusive lowest rate for life. Our number says it all, 303-LOW-RATE. That's 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. Equal housing lender. License 392126.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side, your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, during our President's Day sale, take 50% off our limited edition bed, plus free premium delivery with any bed and base. Ends Monday. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly, near and far, without any glasses, thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you and RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at coloradorle.com. Cutarelli Vision, RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. coloradorle.com.
Hi, I'm Terrell Davis, two-time world champion and Pro Football Hall of Famer. There is nothing more important than your health. That's why I made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer.
This February, save 25% off all primetime functional trainers, home gyms, and racks. Work out on your schedule on the equipment you choose from the safety and comfort of your own home. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins.
Dan Jacobs with 303 Law 4040 and Jacobs Law with another cool story to share. James called 303 Law 4040, and he's like a lot of our clients, not looking to get rich, but he just didn't want to get stuck with a bunch of medical bills. So we met with James like we do all of our 303 Law 4040 clients in person, and it's a good thing we did because we noticed James did not look so good. We sent him to the hospital to get checked out, and they did wind up admitting him. In the end, we got him feeling better and $125,000. He was over the moon. He came into the office to pick up his check and rang that victory bell. And the really cool part is James surprised us with a check of his own, a donation so we could keep the best free meal in Denver coming each and every first and third Thursday. If you've been injured, you may be like James, not looking to get rich, but not sure what to do. That's why we're here to help. Just give us a call at 303-LAW-4040. Go ahead, save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. That's 303-LAW-4040.
A family office is a team built to handle the 3 biggest financial responsibilities a family faces: wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning. Most firms only manage your investments and refer the rest out, hoping everyone stays aligned. At Trajan, we built something different. Your wealth, tax planning, and estate planning are handled together inside one firm under one roof. There's no guessing whether your CPA, advisor, and estate attorney are truly in sync, because our team works together every day on your behalf. When your financial life becomes more complex, your advice should become more coordinated, not more fragmented. One plan, one trusted team. Call Trajan today, 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
Babe, your arms look amazing. Working out is paying off.
Thanks. I just wish my chest matched. No matter what I do, I'm frustrated with my man boobs.
Hey, don't beat yourself up. More than half of men have gynecomastia. It's gland tissue, not laziness. Same thing is happening to my friend Trisha's husband. He went to Dr. Cameron Dastery at Modern Surgical Arts of Denver.
For real? You get good results?
He got great results. Call him, honey.
Call today. They're offering complimentary consultations for the fan listeners. 303-470-3400 or at modernsurgicalarts.com.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's powered by Hellsberg. Shop and store are at hellsberg.com.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD3, DU Hockey skates with Omaha with pregame starting at 5:30. Saturday on ESPN Denver 1600, CSU basketball faces Wyoming starting at 1:30. Then on 104.3 HD3, DU Hockey skates with Omaha in Game 2 starting at 5:30.
104.3 The Fan. We are Denver Sports.
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
Oh, my gosh. You can't make it up. Funny show on a Friday, man. We just laughed our way through that whole commercial break. There's stuff going on here behind the scenes that is... maybe we can get to it. I want to get to what we teased into here in about 10 seconds. But first, calling all wrestling fans. We have your chance to go to Vegas for the biggest pro wrestling event in the world. It's the Superfan Send-Off presented by 303 Law 4040. Here's what you get. A pair of 2-night tickets to the event, round-trip airfare for 2 from Denver to Vegas, 2 nights hotel stay, and a $500 Visa gift card. For more information and to enter, head to denversports.com/superfan. All right. Shifting gears here. All right. It's ranking season. All right. And a portion of Broncos country is tied in a knot over where Bo Nix was ranked on NFL.com's ranking of all 63 quarterbacks that started a game in the NFL this year. The fact that 63 quarterbacks started a game this year is insane.
Well, that's why we always talk about you need a backup quarterback, because more times than not, you're going to have to use him. We needed one this year. Now, of course, it didn't go well for us or we'd be in the Super Bowl.
Right.
But you need a backup quarterback that you can rely on, the Kansas City Chiefs. All right. Patrick Mahomes goes down with the ACL. You have Gardner Minshew that steps in. He messes his knee up, but, hey, you need a reliable backup quarterback that you can plug and play.
Well, here's how the list went, okay? And this was Nick Shook from NFL.com, all right? So he did a tiered system, but he also ranked them 1 through 63. Tier number 1. The number 1 quarterback in the NFL, and by the way, it's just for this year, okay? It's not a resume contest, all right? It's not a lifetime achievement. It was just this year what you did in the regular season, and he also took into consideration the postseason. So Stafford is 1. Josh Allen was number 2. Dak Prescott, number 3. Drake May, number 4. We can circle back to that. Justin Herbert, number 5. Trevor Lawrence, number 6. All right? That was tier 1. Tier 2, starting with the rank number 7. Sam Darnold came in at number 7. Caleb Williams came in at number 8. Jared Goff at number 9. Joe Burrow at number 10. Lamar Jackson at number 11. Daniel Jones at 12. Pat Mahomes at 13. All right? Still haven't heard Bo's name. Get to tier 3. Jordan Love was ranked 14th. Brock Purdy was ranked 15th. Aaron Rodgers was ranked 16th. Baker Mayfield ranked 17th. And then finally, at rank number 18 is second-year quarterback Bo Nix. Fair or foul?
You know what? People are not going to like me for this. They are not going to like me for this, especially the Bo lovers like Josh and Cecil. But I think it's fair right now. I believe it's fair. It's year 2 for this man. He had a magical year. Bo Nix, we're talking about, had a magical year. But we also have to remember he started very slow, very inaccurate with the football, too many overthrows. There was times where he wasn't setting his feet in the pocket. He had happy feet. That's something that Kurt Warner actually said he wants to see a better job of with Bo Nix, is setting those feet, climbing the pocket, and being more accurate with the football. So, there's other quarterbacks out there that had really, really good years as well. Now, Bo Nix, he did his part. It was a special year. He got us all the way to the AFC Championship, but it's year 2. So what I'm going to say is it's fair for him to be around. Now, I wouldn't put him at 18, but around that area is fair.
So he's ranked just a little bit too low, but it's not like egregious. Yeah, and look, I mostly agree. Now,
mostly?
Yeah, because do I think that Bo Nix was the 18th best quarterback in the league this year? No. I think he deserves a little bit more respect. But by the way, like, Bo Nix ranked ahead of Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
A Super Bowl MVP from a year ago. You know, so if you're doing this segment in Philly, what's the vibe there? C.J. Stroud. Bo is ranked ahead of C.J. Stroud, who has been in the postseason for 3 consecutive seasons. So he should be ranked higher. But if we were going to decide, and next week, guys, we will have a more comprehensive conversation and really put some time into where Bo Nix actually ranks specifically in the NFL after 2 years. All right, we'll zoom out from just the 1 year sample size. We have 2 years with Bo, and so we'll have a comprehensive conversation next week and figure out for yourself and myself where Bo Nix currently is. But if we were going to decide today, is he 1 through 5? Is he 5 through 10? Is he 10 through 15? Or is he 15 through 20? I would probably put him in the Bo Nix is in the 10 to 15 club, the top half of the NFL, but just outside of the top 10. I don't know how I'll actually do it when we, go through player by player, but with a broad stroke, that would probably right now where I would put him. How about you?
I'm right with you. 10 to 15 range. All right, year 2, he's going to develop. He's going to get better as long as he has weapons around him, as long as he can stay healthy. This is a healthy spot for him. Now, of course, if you want to be a Broncos fan, you say, man, he should be in the top 10. If that's what you want to do, go ahead, be my guest. But if you're being real with yourselves, Bo Nix, there's still a lot of room for improvement.
Sure.
So 10 to 15, and he's not top 10. All right, he's closer probably to 15, is where he needs to be. Enforce that, man. If you're listening, Bo, which maybe you are, I know that you're probably around that facility working out, working hard. This is your chance to show the world next year that you can crack that top 10.
Yeah.
But I'm good with the 10 to 15 range.
And you know what it is for me? It's just, and you mentioned it, it's just the consistency. Bo Nix didn't get things ironed out in year 2 until around Thanksgiving, and that's just the reality of it. And look, on draft night last year, if you said, hey, I'm from the future, you're going to be talking about Bo Nix in the top half of the league as a quarterback after year number 2. I mean, who wouldn't have signed up for that? Most of the NFL community didn't believe that Bo Nix should have been picked in the first round in the first place. And now we're talking about him being between 10 and 15 of the best quarterbacks. And again, this is about also, your perception and, maybe your fandom, with some people, but looking at it without emotion. So just looking at it pragmatically, I think it's fair, and I think it's really good. And it's just the consistency part. Like with these quarterbacks or NBA players, like on any given night, Jamal Murray can be the best player in the NBA.
Yeah.
On any given Sunday, Daniel Jones. There was some Sundays where Daniel Jones was the best quarterback in the NFL. There was some Sundays last year where Jaden Daniels was the best quarterback in the NFL.
I mean, we were talking about Baker Mayfield and what he was doing at the beginning of the season. I'm like, man, this guy might end up winning the MVP, having a chance to go to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Now, of course, that fell off. He got cold. But, yeah, man, like these quarterbacks, any given Sunday could be the best quarterback in the league that day.
Yeah, and so they're all super talented. And, by the way, you could say that about Bo Nix. There was some Sundays over the last 2 years where Bo Nix was the best quarterback in the NFL. And we know that because, one, just our eyes and football acumen, but also we got to remember how many times Bo got player of the week. Weeks where he threw 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. What separates stars from everyone else is stars shine every single night. So when you're up in the mountains, you look up, they're going to be out there 100 times out of 100. And so Bo, I think, is inching his way towards that sort of goal. And really, I don't know how you could watch Bo Nix after 2 years and not be wildly encouraged about the future. Now, so, is there some injury concern for someone like me? Yeah, there's some of that. But, man, what he's put on tape over the course of 2 seasons is really freaking good. And I often say this. Is he perfect? No, but don't let perfection be the enemy of really freaking good.
Let's Bo.
All right. Should we do it? We haven't done it in a long time.
I know. I'm a little rusty. Let's go. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Let's Bo. Let's Bo. Let's Bo. Let's Bo. Let's Bo. All right, shifting gears. It's All-Star Weekend for 2 Denver Nuggets, and it's All-Star break for the rest of the crew. We have 3 questions heading into the weekend. We'll cover that and also tell you what you need to know about the Broncos' new stadium plans. That's all coming up as we are on the doorstep of 40 consecutive minutes of commercial-free sports talk. Next.
The champ! Are you ready? Do you consider yourself a super fan? Well, now's your chance to prove it. It's Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan Super Fan Send-Off, presented by 303 Law 4040, sending you to Las Vegas for the biggest pro wrestling event in the world. A pair of 2-night event tickets, airfare, and hotel all included, plus a $500 Visa card. So get in the ring and enter now at DenverSports.com/superfan. That's DenverSports.com/superfan.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. I've got to tell you about one of the most unique places in the world, not just Colorado. I'm talking about the Basketball Social House Bar and Grill in Centennial. Award-winning food and drinks, guys. Try the brunch. Thank me later. It is unreal. But what really sets it apart is that it's the first of its kind sports bar and entertainment experience. Literally the only on planet Earth, and it's right here in Centennial, Colorado. And don't get it twisted. This place isn't just for hoopers. Even if you never touch a basketball, it's an awesome spot to eat, drink, hang out, and catch the game. But if you do want to play, you can book your own private basketball suite with a court, lounge seating, music, TVs, and more. Guys, I have done this with me and my family and extended family. It is a 10 out of 10 experience. It's perfect for parties, birthdays, or just an upgraded night out. It's also one of the best places in Colorado to watch big games with what might be the best happy hour in the state every single day from 7 p.m. to close. You can find them at 7450 South University Boulevard in Centennial, or check them out online at thebasketballsocialhouse.com. And because you heard it from me, get half off your first private basketball suite rental when you use the code HALFOFFHOOPS. Guys, trust me, this place is a slam dunk.
Men, the new year is here, and if you're like many of us, you're ready to improve your health. But if you're feeling low energy, not sleeping well, or not seeing results in the gym, keeping that resolution can be tough. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if those symptoms sound familiar, we can likely help. They often point to low testosterone, and treating low T is what we do. But this year, we're also helping men go further with 4 targeted body composition plans featuring growth hormone peptides, NAD+, GLP-1s, PDA, and more, designed to boost energy, support metabolism, enhance recovery, and accelerate fat loss. With our low T treatments combined with our body composition programs, most men notice real improvements. More energy, better focus, improved sleep, stronger workouts, and often a renewed sex drive as well. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on treatment the same day, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or visit RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
Is your money doing everything it can for you? Like automatically pushing more of your money to savings every day?
I don't think so.
Then switch to Huntington Bank. And let's get more from money. Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
This President's Day, Pure Talk is honoring Jackson and Lincoln by offering unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $25 a month. Meanwhile, Big Wireless is honoring Benjamin Franklin by charging families hundreds of dollars for the same 5G service. What's up with that? Ben Franklin wasn't even a president. When you switch to Pure Talk, you'll be in business with an American wireless company that supports our vets in a big way and keeps all their customer service in this country. That's important. And you'll be on the same towers the big carriers use, so you'll get the same 5G service without the inflated price. So hang on to your Benjamins and switch to Pure Talk for a Jackson and a Lincoln. No contract, no hidden fees. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and you'll get 50% off your first month when you switch. That's pound 250, Mike Rowe, for an American wireless company that is truly unprecedented. Pure Talk.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply or play. Stop, opt out. Terms and conditions apply to the earnings promotion.
Do you have caregiving experience as a parent, teacher, nanny, coach, or in another similar role? Hop Skip Drive is looking for experienced caregivers who want to help students in their community by driving them to and from school. Earn up to $50 per ride with Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion, all while helping your community. If you have your own vehicle that is no more than 10 years old, a clean driving record, and at least 5 years of caregiving caregiving experience, you could become a Hop Skip Drive care driver. Just text ROAD to 323232 to get started right now. Hop Skip Drive gives you the flexibility to set your own schedule and earn competitive pay. It's simple. Drive in your free time and make a real difference for students right in your neighborhood. Don't wait. Text ROAD to 323232 right now. Text ROAD to 323232 and start earning up to $50 per ride during Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion period. That's ROAD to 323232. Text ROAD to 323232 now.
Hey, it's Zach By here. Protect your home with 5280 Exteriors and their James Hardy siding, Timber Tech decking, and Pella Impervia fiberglass windows. They also offer 60 months, no interest financing. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
Need a plumber? Euro Plumbing has the lowest prices in town. Rock bottom prices on whole house repipes, sewer line repairs, even water heaters. 720-500-3000.
Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at Denver Sports 1043 to stay up to date on all your local teams. Denver Sports 1043. The Fan. You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 1043 The Fan.
All right, it's All-Star Weekend for two Nuggets. It's All-Star break for the rest of the team. Got a couple of follow-up questions here about All-Star Weekend, but before we do that, man, one of the funnier moments behind the scenes here happened today, and I think we're going to share it with you guys. So me and you were going at it yesterday. Not I shouldn't say going at it. We see things differently when it comes to Deion Sanders.
Yeah,
and I'm not a fan of Deion. And by the way, I can't emphasize this enough. This happened so organically, me being turned off by Deion, because when he first got here, I mean, I was over the moon. I bought a ticket. I went and saw him solo as like just me, myself, went up to Boulder, went to a game.
It was a good time at the time.
It was a great time. And but stuff happened, and it just, I don't like the way that Deion carries himself. I don't like the way that I'm not gonna itemize everything I don't like about Deion, because what happens is I get told that I have like this like personal vendetta against Deion Sanders. It couldn't be the furthest from the truth. I don't know Deion Sanders. I was thrilled when Deion first got here, but as I began to just gather clues and the things that he has said, the way that he has handled himself
has rubbed a lot of people the wrong way.
Yeah, and then in addition to just, I don't think he's a very good football coach. Anyway, so yesterday, Christian Fourier, former tight end, NFL player, great Colorado Buffalo. He came out and really like blasted Deion Sanders. All right, and it seemed personal. And you pointed out, look, there's
but look, although it seemed personal, I will say this: there's a lot that he said that I believe in and is true. All I said was the tone of the voice and how he went at it could have been different, but it seemed like it was a lot more personal because of different things that he's dealing with. My guessing is with his kid. That's it.
Yes.
But some of the stuff he said, I agree with.
Yeah, and you and just to back you up on that, you yesterday said that like you really don't like that some of the things that he has said, like him saying build it. I don't believe in building a team from the inside out. I build it from the outside in. You didn't like that.
No,
I didn't like that when he said, I don't believe in culture. Like, what does that even mean? You don't like that. Him saying that what's an established quarterback? What does that even mean?
Yeah,
like,
identity.
Identity.
Not believing in identity. Like, everybody has an identity. Come on.
Like, who says this?
Look at your driver's license. And I will have to say, too, there's one we went back and forth. But I have to sit here and say I was wrong for this, and you're more right in the sense of he does need to do more going out there and recruiting.
He does.
He does.
You need to work.
Everybody else does it.
Everyone else does it.
So I can't sit here now. Did it work for him at the beginning? For sure. But now that your back's against the wall and you have to go out there and find the right guys, your ass better be out there with your face trying to get these kids to come into the building. So I will say this, Z, that you are right on that one.
Wow.
It hurt me.
Wow. We are like, Whoa, we're reaching across the aisle, man. Goodness. If I can change and you can change, we all can change. All right, so Christian Fourier blasted Dion yesterday, and you and I were going back and forth.
Yeah.
And you went home. You have to go home after that.
I do.
and your wife is also a buff.
She is. She is a
she
soccer stud.
And she loves the Buffs.
She does.
And you guys both love them. You guys all love the Buffs. Well, you guys apparently were going back and forth last night.
Yeah, right when I got home.
Off the air, you continued to do more radio and do more segments just with your wife, and it sounded like she was siding with me.
Yeah. Yeah, she was like, Zach is sorry, Phil. Zach is right on this one. Excuse me. Excuse me. Somebody's sleeping on the couch and it's not me.
Oh my gosh.
Somebody's on the couch and it's not me this time.
Oh my gosh. So this morning,
yeah,
she's at work.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, she goes into work every Friday. Every Friday she gets up at 5, goes to work. Phil wakes up extra early. I don't know what. Dad can get donuts. You know why.
Yeah.
Mom's not here.
Yep.
Yeah, son, let's do it.
Let's do it. But she sent you a voice message, like a voice memo.
Yeah.
All right. So she's at work. She sends you a voice message. She's not going to raise her voice at work, but she still had something on her chest that she wanted to get off. So she's messaging you this morning. And you have been kind enough to share the message with us. This is the voice memo that Phil got this morning from his whispering wife, Morgan, at work. Listen to this.
Hello, Phil. I have the rest of his quote. He said that he's not a fan of his coaching style, not a fan of his messaging, and not a fan of things internally that he knows are going on. He said that he's not worth his energy to go back and forth with people who support him, Dion, regardless of how stupid he is at times. Didn't call him stupid. He said it's not worth his energy to argue with fans who support him, no matter what, the crazy fans, no matter if he's stupid at times or not. At times, you're wrong, you sensitive little flower. I don't know how to stop this. Stop.
Yes! Now, you know what she probably really wanted to call me.
Oh, my
gosh.
gosh.
She said sensitive flower. I don't know why she changed that. I'm abused at the house.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
You're wrong, Phil.
That's exactly what he's. Every time I do something, you're wrong, Phil. You know that.
That is hilarious.
I'm not wrong.
That is hilarious that she's still thinking about your argument and is wanting to settle a score, pulling up the exact quotes from Christian Fourier yesterday. That's amazing. That's amazing. All right, great stuff. We'll have to save a portion of that to have on the iPad.
Anytime
you sensitive little flower.
Exactly, every time.
That is so good, dude. All right, so we have All-Star Weekend here for 2 Nuggets. It's All-Star break for the rest of the team. Who do you think needs this All-Star break the most?
Ooh, that's a great question. I went back and forth. I mean, this team is banged up. The injury bug has latched on to the Denver Nuggets. Insane to think. But you know who really just needs a break? To take that step back, reevaluate things himself and his players? I'm not going with a player.
Ooh.
I'm going with Mr. the head coach, David Adelman.
I like this.
And the reason for that is he has done a hell of a job. Jokic has been out for almost more than a month, and yet that team was able to stay afloat. 10-6, that is, correct?
Yep.
10-6. All right, but not just Jokic. Yeah, Cam Johnson, that has missed significant time. You had Payton Watson that you had to trust, and you put him in good situations. Now, of course, Payton Watson did his part as well.
Yep.
All of a sudden, he's out. AG, a guy that we know you're not winning a championship without, he's out. And yet David Adelman, throughout the trials and tribulations, throughout this having to weather the storm, has come up with ways to still win. Now, of course, I always say players make plays, players win games, but you have to have a coach that believes in it. And there was one time, Z, not too long ago, and hopefully you still have it up so people can really see what you were talking about as you break down a play.
Oh, yes.
You know, and maybe you can explain it later on or now if you want to. But David Adelman has brought some creativity. And you know what I'm talking about, where it's like he's putting his players in great situations, tailoring things to their strength.
Yeah.
That's what a good head coach does. We're talking about David Adelman in his first year as a head coach for the Denver Nuggets in a pivotal year, right? Pivotal moments in this year.
Totally.
Where he has to come up big, and he has done that. Is he perfect? Heck no. There are times where he is not pushing those right buttons. Or maybe he has Jokic sitting there when he should be in the game. Or maybe we're talking about the inbounds.
Sure.
Or at the end of the game, and he has Jamal Murray inbounding the ball to Jokic instead of having Christian Brown inbounding the ball to Jamal Murray or Jokic. Like, there's things that David Adelman needs to sit back and think. And this is why I think it's good for him to sit down during this All-Star break, get with his coaches, go over all the film, because that's exactly what they're going to do.
Yep.
All right, find out what works, what doesn't, what do we need to do for this next stretch, and you go from there. So for me, Z, it's not the players. The players, yes, they're going to need their rest. But a lot of them have had this built-in rest because they've been hurt. They need to be on the court building that chemistry. David Adelman needs to take that step back, all right, catch his breath, because there's a lot going on with a first-year head coach, and then go back at it here soon.
I love the angle that you just took there, and I agree with a lot of it, man. And, he said this, and Michael Malone used to say this around the All-Star break. Adelman said, they need to get away from me. Like, these guys need to get away from me, and I need to get away from them. These coaches and players are together every single day, literally 6 out of 7 days of the week. And they're on the road together. It's nonstop. So that's a really good one, man. And Adelman, in general, you're right, in general, has done a great job for a first-year head coach. Seriously. And you're referencing some of the creativity there. And an example of that is, and I did a video, Instagram reel. You can just go to my page and click on the reels and see it. It's right at the top there, recent.
Very detailed.
Yeah, and it's like, you know what it was? It's like Payton Watson is phenomenal going downhill. All right? Aaron Gordon said, hey, it was during a timeout, he was mic'd up. He's like, dude, there are few people in the NBA that are better than P-Watt when he's going downhill. So what does David Adelman do? He puts him in actions that has him going downhill. And if you see it on Instagram or TikTok, it'll be a way better representation of it. But basically, he created this really unique but simple action, setting a flare screen for a teammate, but he sets it in a way that it's almost like a back screen. And after it happens, like, because it's a back screen, he's got a clear pathway to the basket because they put two shooters in the corner, and that it's got a gravitational pull for those defenders. So it ends up being like this wide open play.
Yeah. And
you might not even have realized it was happening. He dunked on Chet Holmgren's head 2 weeks ago, like badly, like a poster, top 10 play. And it was that action. Jokic had an incredible behind the back pass that led to a top 10 play on SportsCenter. It was to Payton Watson. It was that same action. And he has honestly, I don't know if Michael Malone is still the coach of the Denver Nuggets when he's coaching Payton Watson. Do we see this version of Payton Watson if Michael Malone's the coach?
So. I don't
think so either.
David Adelman has been very patient with Payton Watson, put him in good situations. Now, of course, like, he is doing Payton Watson, that is doing the heavy lifting. He has confidence in himself, but also it is about the scheme, schematically. Like, what does it make sense? What makes sense? How can I get my players, if you're David Adelman, to get downhill if that's their forte? How can I get the most out of them? David Adelman, I feel like, has been doing that with most of his players. Julian Strother's another one.
There you go.
Having that confidence to continue to put him in the game and actually start him in some games.
I don't think Mike Malone's doing that.
No, you know that. Michael Malone's all about his vets. All about his vets. Where someone like David Adelman, and we seen it last year, where if a player is not doing well, he is not afraid to take him out. Russell Westbrook.
Yep.
Remember that.
At the end of the game. At the end of the year.
End of the year, taking his butt out. So David Adelman has done a great job up to this point. Now, he still has a lot more runway to prove that he can do this and try to get to a championship. But I think he's one that deserves a break, man.
I love that. I have one or two follow-up questions that we'll do, and then we'll get into what you need to know from the Broncos stadium session last night and a look towards the future in that department. This is KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. We are coming with it, and we are coming for it. It's Zach By and Phillip Lindsay, and we are The Drive. Woo! hanging out with you on a Friday. Really appreciate you guys rocking with us as we are rolling downhill, heading into a 3-day weekend. You will not hear from us on Monday. All right, and I want to finish up the Nuggets conversation, and then I want to shift gears into what you need to know from last night's sort of a stadium session at the rec center there near Burnham Yard, the Q&A session, and I think I think there's a couple takeaways. That we'll get to here shortly. But is there anyone, just to finish the Nuggets conversation, I said, who needed the All-Star break the most? You said David Adelman. I would say Jamal Murray, but he's not going to get that break. Now, hopefully, there's going to be some time off mixed in, right? They what was our last game? I think it was on Wednesday against Memphis, right? Yeah. So you're going to have Thursday off, Friday off. He's going to be in the three-point contest tomorrow evening, and then he'll play in the game on Sunday. So he's going to get some built-in rest, but it's not like these other guys are in Cancun, literally. These guys are on beaches, and that's not going to be Jamal Murray's break. But if I were to identify any player that needed a break, it'd be the guy who was shouldering the burden when everyone else was out and playing the highest level of basketball that he's ever played in the regular season. He's just not going to get what I would like him to get.
It's Jamal Murray?
It's Jamal Murray.
So if you don't have to take Jamal Murray, who else do you believe? Because it seems everybody is manged up.
Yeah.
And Jamal Murray would be that guy.
Yeah. It's nice. This is a different view of it or angle of it. But, like, if you're someone like Aaron Gordon and you're someone like P-Watt, like the All-Star break, it's almost like a free week of recovery without missing game after game. So there's something to be said for that.
What about Jokic? Does this help him or hurt him? Because although he's in the All-Star game, I don't know how hard he is going to go. He may change because you have kind of the Euro versus America right now going on.
Yeah.
But let's just say that doesn't happen. Jokic usually just going to go through it nonchalant here, bada bing, bada boom. But he needs time, right, to kind of get back in shape. Is this helping him right now, or is it hurting him?
I don't think it's hurting him. I don't. Because I would imagine, well, I shouldn't get too carried away with this, but I would imagine typically if Jokic did not have to be at the All-Star game, he would be doing a whole lot of nothing. And he is actually going to have to be forced to move his body around. And let's just be honest. We referenced this yesterday. He got pretty heavy during the month off. He got pretty heavy. And he's probably carrying, 15 extra pounds, it looks like. I mean, he's a pretty big boy right now. So just even the fact that he's moving his body around a little bit and is going to go through the motions of playing in a basketball game, even if it's not the same intensity, I don't think it hurts, as opposed to, hey, you missed a bunch of time and then you're going to have another week off where you could potentially just sort of lay around. Yeah. So I don't think it hurts. I think it could only help. Knock on wood, hopefully he's injury free or whatever over the weekend. But I also think of, like, did the All-Star break potentially come at the wrong time for someone? And for me, that could be Christian Brown, who just had a bunch of time off, came back, did not look like himself at all. All right, you think of these games against Detroit and the Knicks and the Bulls. I mean, he was kind of hard to watch. But then once he started to get his feet underneath him, he started to hit shots. He started to be more active in transition. He started to be more active defender. You think of the game against Memphis, where he's guarding a bunch of different positions and flying around and going 6 of 8 from the field and shot 4 of 8 from 3 against Cleveland. And so he started to play better. And look, it's a long NBA season, so you got to look at it positively. But that guy started to build some momentum for himself. And soon as he did, hit the brakes, you're going to be off for 8 days for All-Star Week.
Yeah, I hope in his head he's like, hey, look, I've already missed a lot of time. Let me be in the gym. All right, they weren't with me shooting in the gym. Be in the gym, getting into shape. And I think he's going to do that. I think he understands that he's been sitting there for a very long time. He's starting to get that confidence. He's starting to get the rhythm back, the momentum to go his way. But it is someone like that, it sucks for. But somebody like, let's say, Tim Hardaway Jr., who's coming off the bench, I think he should be the 6th man of the year. But hey, maybe that's just me. Somebody like that, He's an older guy, a vet.
Sure.
He needs the time off. Now, I'm not saying that he can't go through this just straight through. He could do that because he's coming off the bench. But also, you're rewarding somebody like Tim Hardaway Jr. saying, hey, look, dude, you get the time off, go to the beach, come back with a clear mind because we may need you more than you think, especially if this injury bug latches on to somebody like Julian Strother, who's actually having a good stretch.
Good stretch of time, yeah. And Hardaway's 33 years old. So all right, good stuff, and hopefully Jamal Jokic give us something to cheer about over the weekend. And guess what? If they don't, it's All-Star Weekend, right? It's just gravy. I'd like to see Jamal compete at a high level in the three-point contest, and he said historically that if he was ever an All-Star, he would play hard in the game. Okay, let's see. I do think there's a chance that the All-Star game on Sunday, and I'm not proclaiming or declaring, I'm saying there's a chance you could see a more serious game than we've been used to.
But why would you say that? Why would you say that? Because for the longest, it's been a joke.
Yep, and it may be. And the chances are it will be again. But I think it's a greater than normal chance that it's taken more seriously because you are mixing in the Americans against the world players. And there's one guy in particular who I think is going to try to embarrass whoever's in front of him, and that's Victor Wembanyama. And that dude, he has such a healthy edge about him and point to prove and chip on his shoulder that him being in this game, I think he's going to try to dunk on people's heads. I think he's going to try to block 10 shots. And if he does have that approach, and his teammates join him, the Americans they're going to have to make a decision. Are you going to lay down and let these guys, come in and take your game away from you? Or are you going to puff your chest out and stand for something? Again, chances are it's going to be a pillow fight, but maybe it's not.
Well, then you had the comments from Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
And Kevin Durant going at two guys, Luka and Jokic. I don't know what you take out of that. I don't know how you feel about it. I didn't think it was all that bad.
So I have it here.
Okay,
I have it here.
Yeah.
This is Kevin Durant, and he was asked about are the Euros going to play hard, and he took a little bit of offense to that. This is what KD said.
You should ask the Europeans and the world team if they want to compete. Because when you look at Luka Doncic and Nikola Jokic now, let's go back and look at what they do in the All-Star game. Is that competition? So we haven't questioned what they've been doing, but we're going to question the old heads and the Americans. But these two dudes out there, Luka and Jokic, they don't care about the game at all. These dudes be laying on the floor, they shoot from half court, but you got to worry about the old heads playing hard. I can read between the lines, bro. And I'm just thinking a lot of times, I'm just saying that I can read between the lines. And it's not just about you. It's just an overall topic that everybody's talking about. You just have to ask me that question.
Yeah, so the question was, will the older guys play hard? And he's like, wait, why is that a question for me? Why isn't Jokic damn near lays on the floor? Luka shoots from half court, which the truth is, like, KD's right. Jokic doesn't give a rip about the All-Star game, and it's obvious. Luka comes across half court, and I remember last year, he was shooting 40 feet from the basket, and so it's not a player or a brand of player, older player, younger player, Euro-American. The game stinks, but it sometimes just takes one person to change the vibe, and I'm thinking of Kobe Bryant. Kobe would hold guys accountable. 2016, Kobe is matched up with LeBron at the end of the game, the All-Star game, and the clock is winding down, and LeBron didn't take the shot. He passed it up. Kobe was barking at him. Like, that's your shot to take. It's the All-Star game. Come at me, and
I had lost a little respect after that just for the All-Star game, but for LeBron doing that. Because LeBron, like, why? Why would you back down to a battle?
Yeah.
Like, what?
But Kobe actually, like, he's on the other team. Kobe actually verbally, like, chastising him in that moment. Like, what are you doing? Come at me. It's the All-Star game. And, Kobe's getting his nose broke in the All-Star game. That happened in the last 15 years. But when you lose that sort of spirit and you lose that edge, and there's not anyone from the older generation to hold anyone accountable with it, then you get what you get, and the game stinks. So I'm curious if Victor Wembanyama shows up and is like, I don't care what your guys' plan is. You're going to see what my plan is.
I hope that's the case. I hope Victor Wemby decides that I'm going to set the tone. I'm going to set the tone. I'm going to dunk on somebody. I'm going to embarrass an American.
Yes.
Just so someone like Kevin Durant said, okay, let's go. And now it's fun. Now we're into it. Like revamp this, right? Change this, revive it, I should say, so that we can all start to just have our butts to the seats watching this game again, saying we're gonna see some really good basketball being played.
Yep, it used to be must-see TV. Guys used to compete. They don't anymore. We'll see what happens here. And you use that word embarrass.
Yeah.
At the core of this whole thing, these guys are prima donnas and they're divas, and no one wants to get dunked on. No one wants to get their shot thrown into the 8th row.
Yep.
So this is almost their defense mechanism for I don't want to get embarrassed. Well, if it organically comes to your doorstep, how do you respond? So we'll see. We'll see on Sunday. I'm not getting my hopes up, but I am hopeful that we see a more competitive game than we have in years past. So last night, the stadium conversation. So Damani Leach, the team president, meeting at a rec center with a packed gymnasium. I mean, every seat filled, standing room only, rows of people that went deep into the gymnasium. Let's talk about what you sort of need to know. Nothing was necessarily groundbreaking, pardon the pun, but one of the more meaningful takeaways is just the emphasis on this is not the official site. They're moving forward like it is, but it's not the official site. It is still the preferred site. And Damani Leach made that clear on multiple occasions. All right. And the reason it's not the official site is because, guys, not all the land has been acquired. There's 2 entities that have not sold their land yet. A lot of people have. Yeah. A lot of people have for these smaller real estate transactions of like $2 million, $5 million. But Denver Water is holding out, from what we understand, and a company called SRM Concrete in particular has not signed on to selling its tract of land. They're a concrete company based out of Tennessee. They are rich. They are worth $1 billion. They're in 22 states. And the price tag, the real estate history says the price tag on that parcel of land should be around just under $16 million. For whatever reason, I don't know what it is at the nucleus, but they are not quite playing ball with the Broncos just yet.
So with that being said, all right, there's 2 entities that have decided not to sell just yet. Should we be concerned that the preferred site may not end up being the preferred site here at the end?
I would say no, because it would not show a lot of wisdom on behalf of Greg Penner, Damani Leach, and the whole ownership group to move forward as if it is the official site when you have real doubts that it's not going to be. Like you're reaching out and touching the community here. I mean, you're doing live polling. You are like they're trying to do all the right stuff. I think from a perception standpoint and being community-based and really wanting to hear what the community is saying, specifically in that area of Burnham Yard. And I just don't think that they would be going to these lengths if they knew in their heart of hearts that this wasn't going to go down. I think it's just a matter of time. I think it's a matter of money. And
well, money should not be a problem for Greg Penner. He can just write any check, correct? Like he could just sit there and say, okay, you want, I don't know, it's one maybe $15 million. You want $17 million? Here you go. Like let's just get this over with.
Yeah, no, that's a really good question too. I don't know for sure, but here's what I will say. From what I understand about Greg Penner, and I don't know him personally, I've had a couple interactions with him. They've been great, but just following his move and listening closely to people who do know and interact and have crossed paths with him, just because he has the money doesn't mean he's going to just give it away. And this is not someone who is going to be, walking in the wind with hundreds of dollars sticking out his pocket. And people become incredibly wealthy because they just don't give it away.
For sure.
And I was told a few months ago with that facility that they're building at Dove Valley there, Broncos Park, powered by Common Spirit, that they ran a really tight ship over there. And just because they have, all that money doesn't mean that they weren't like watching the finances and wanting to know every detail of where the finances were going, very detail oriented. So it may be of, hey, your land is worth 15. I'll give you 17, but you're asking for 23. And I'm not just bending over and giving you 23. And maybe there'll come a time where he will, but that time doesn't seem like right now. So you have these two parties holding out right in the middle of where, so like the perimeter, from what I understand after last night, the perimeter of the acreage is set. The perimeter of this mixed-use facility is set. It's in the middle, these middle chunks that are really, really important that are still sort of not being sold.
Man, something has to give, though, at some point, because here, not too long from now, you're supposed to start building.
Yep.
You're supposed to have your architect start to build up what's going to look like. But how are you supposed to do that if you don't know if you're truly going to be in Burnham Yard? Because if you have to move because something falls through the cracks, that's going to take an even longer time for things to kind of go right for what's going on with the stadium and what Greg Penner envisions.
Yeah, I just have to believe that people this smart would not be moving forward if they didn't know at the end of the day that they're still in control of the situation, and it's just a matter of time and money. That's my guess. That's speculation. You mentioned the target for construction. It's 1 year, around 1 year away. Around 1 year away. And Damani Leach, team president, said, we feel good about that timeline, but there are a number of important steps that have to happen from a municipal standpoint, from a real estate standpoint. A lot of things have to happen for that to come to fruition. All right. We didn't see renderings. I told you guys we weren't going to see renderings because it's not the official site yet. So they're not going to show you what the site's going to look like before it's official. Now, they said they haven't picked an architect for this. I don't believe that. I'll just be honest. If you're highlighting,
way too close.
Yeah, it's like if we're like just about a year out from telling me when the shovel's going to go in the ground, but you don't know who the shovel is, my guess is they're going to go through a process. They probably know who it's ultimately going to be from an architect standpoint, just like I genuinely believe that even though they went through the process of who's going to be the Broncos owner, I think the people that were the highest up knew it was going to be the Walter Penner family ownership group. So that's just my gut on this. Another detail that we learned, there's not going to be some new skyline. None of the conceptual building heights were taller than 150 feet. Most shown were at 45 to 70 feet. And I think that's noteworthy because if you don't have this massive plot of land that, say, you would have had in Lone Tree, your recourse for maximizing the space is to do what?
Build up.
It's build up. And they're choosing not to do that. Damani Leach said, I think what we showed today, we're looking at somewhere between 5 and 7 million square feet of development that I think is actually pretty moderate. So hopefully people feel pretty good that it's not going to be a bunch of skyscrapers right up against the residential neighborhood. So there's that. And then they also said, Damani Leach also said, team president, that they are aiming for the completion of this entire project to be in time for the 2031 preseason. So we have a potential start window. We have a potential end window. And it's just getting very real. It's getting very real.
I mean, the one thing I'm excited for sure, that's staying in Denver.
Sure.
That's something that I've always talked about. I want it to stay in Denver. Asking you shall receive. That's what Greg Penner told me. All right, cool. But now I want it to be a sure thing. Until I know it's a sure thing, I'm going to have my fingers crossed because anything can happen, especially when you're talking about businessmen and talking about money. And you talked about how one of these entities that you talked about, the concrete company specifically, that they don't necessarily need money.
No.
What do you mean?
No, they are a massive concrete company. All right. They are in 22 different states. They make reportedly over, they make in the billions a year. They're not. So this is not a billionaire asking a normal person, hey, I'm going to cut you a really nice check for your land and your property. It's like these people are rich. This concrete company, SRM Concrete, based out of Tennessee. But they're international for sure, or they're nationwide, I should say. And so, what does that look like? I don't know. I've read some of their quotes. They seem incredibly respectful and all this stuff, but I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. And there's got to be some reason they're holding out and this hasn't been done yet. So there's that. And then we got confirmation of what we sort of already speculated for a long time now is, there's going to be a hotel. There's going to be restaurants. There's going to be coffee shops. There's going to be picnic benches. There is hopefully going to be a playground. They're leaving 2 open spaces. So there's not a lot of parking, okay? There's probably going to be alternate routes of transportation.
Yeah.
There's probably going to be people, walking in, scootering in, biking in, and light railing in. If you see the footprint of this plot of land, and you can see it on my Instagram, I did a video about this. What you need to know. Just type in my name, Zach By. Go. It's 1 minute and 40 seconds. You'll see kind of what you need to see there. It's a public profile. You don't even need to follow me. But you can see that the light rail drops you right off. I mean, right in front of the stadium. My guessing is if you're going to do this and it's going to be this massive and you're going to be having 70,000 people in there, like you're going to need more light rail cars. You're going to need more of those because people are going to be pouring out of those cars. So there's that, but it's going to be a little city. The acreage on it is reportedly right around 150 acres. If you're like me and you don't know what that actually looks like, I did some comparisons. A football field, including the end zones, is about 1.3 acres. So when you do the math, just think about approximately 113 football fields. Now, it's not going to be all like a grid, right? It kind of meanders because they don't own all the land, so they kind of have to go around these parcels that they don't own, so it's a little bit tricky. But square footage-wise or acreage-wise, think of 113 football fields sort of spread out over this area. Another way to think about it is Cheeseman Park in Denver, which is about 80 acres. So think of like 2 Cheeseman Parks put together. Walking at a normal pace, it'll take you about 8 to 10 minutes to walk from one end of Burnham Yard to the other. So big, but not huge. Not huge. There's way more land in Lone Tree. So if they're looking for more land, and I would guess to maximize the most amount of money, I think you'd be doing it in Lone Tree.
Yeah, exactly.
But this is where they're doing it. This is where they want it. And
the people have spoken. They want that. We just want it to be official.
Yeah. And Damani Leach also said, in terms of the restaurants and bars and coffee shops, he said all of the above. I think broadly we want it to be a great place for fans on game day, but also a great place every day. Anecdotally, I want friends and family to come into Denver and ask where I should go, and everyone to say you should go to Burnham Yard, end quote. So you have like that McGregor Square down there in Lodo, like there may be like a little bit of that flavor right there in Burnham Yard. So really interesting times. We'll see when it becomes official, but took another step in that direction last night. Okay, if you want to respond to that conversation, you can hit us up on the RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043. Okay, shifting gears a little bit. It's ranking season. People were tying themselves in knots because of Bo Nix being disrespected? Is that real? We'll have that conversation next.
Should the Broncos make a move for Cowboys wide receiver George Pickens this offseason?
He is a bona fide sports team cancer. I don't care how many catches he gets. I don't care how many yards he puts up. The last guy I want to bring in is a guy like George Pickens. You kidding me?
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can choose the best coverage option for you. Because you know you. Like, you know you can't cook. You're not one of those people who say that they can, but when people come over for dinner, they find out the hard way, you can't. You can't even microwave popcorn, and that's literally just one button. Plus, measuring and patience are huge parts of cooking, and that's just not you. Only you know you. So get coverage options within your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
It's tax time, y'all. If you want to file free, this next one's for you.
Now taxes is so free. TurboTax, free edition only. Roughly 37% of filers qualify. Simple form, 1040 returns only. How this is taxes.
Love that jam. Up next, commercials.
Intuit TurboTax free edition. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. No schedules except for earned income tax credit, child tax credit, student loan interest, and Schedule 1A.
Hey guys, your boy Mark Schlereth here. Denver is Truck Month only at Bozarth Chevrolet and Celebration Chevrolet, where every new and pre-owned truck comes with a spray-in bed liner included. That's right, every new truck, every bed protected. Plus, take advantage of deeply incentivized programs on all the new and pre-owned trucks, including the new Silverado and Colorado, with offers designed for their customers to take advantage of. Work harder, play harder, drive smarter. Only at Bozarth Chevrolet and Celebration Chevrolet, your trusted partner in automotive.
Hey, Mom. It's me. Oh my gosh, you'll never believe what I just opened for Valentine's Day. A sapphire ring from Helzberg. Just like the one I lost years ago. Remember how excited I was when you gave it to me? I cannot believe you remembered that story. I guess you were right. I really found the one.
This Valentine's Day, create a moment that means something with up to 40% off gifts at Helzberg. Shop in store or at helzberg.com.
Everything is getting more expensive. Gas, groceries, and especially rent, which can go up every single year. But as a homeowner, you have a secret weapon. While the world gets pricier, a fixed rate mortgage stays exactly the same. That stability isn't just peace of mind, it's your family's financial foundation. American Financing understands home ownership creates wealth. Every monthly payment builds equity and stacks your net worth on autopilot. It's how the middle class actually wins the long game. Your home is a flexible asset. You can live in it, rent it out for passive income, or pass it down to your children. Renting gives you none of that. American Financing salary-based mortgage consultants can help you get pre-qualified with no upfront fees. Call American Financing today and get a pre-qualification letter in 24 hours or less. Call them at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000 or online at AmericanFinancing.net. Secure your rate, build your wealth, and get the cash you need. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
Experience the thrill of Division I gymnastics on Valentine's Day in Pink as DU Gymnastics hosts Arizona for the annual Pink Out with the Pios presented by Common Spirit. Spread the love, purchase your tickets, wear pink, and cheer on Denver Gymnastics. It will be a nonstop party this Valentine's Day in Magnus Arena.
Hi, I'm Terrell Davis, two-time world champion and Pro Football Hall of Famer. There is nothing more important than your health. That's why I made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer.
This February, save 25% off all primetime functional trainers, home gyms, and racks. Work out on your schedule on the equipment you choose from the safety and comfort of your own home. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people who make things happen, like me. I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest, a product design company that makes everyday products designed smarter. I get 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which helps us make more smart ideas into a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Cards issued by J.P. Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC. Subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. Restore your bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to thinning hair with the same simple one-day treatment I receive from Dr. Tanya Pauls of Advanced Hair. Your own natural hair begins regrowing the very next day, and your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. For your free consultation, $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. Call 720-459-HAIR. Advanced Hair.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply or play stop, opt out. Terms and conditions apply to the earnings promotion.
Do you have caregiving experience as a parent, teacher, nanny, coach, or in another similar role? Hop Skip Drive is looking for experienced caregivers who want to help students in their community by driving them to and from school. Earn up to $50 per ride with Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion, all while helping your community. If you have your own vehicle that is no more than 10 years old, a clean driving record, and at least 5 years years of caregiving experience, you could become a hop, skip, drive care driver. Just text ROAD to 323232 to get started right now. Hop, skip, drive gives you the flexibility to set your own schedule and earn competitive pay. It's simple. Drive in your free time and make a real difference for students right in your neighborhood. Don't wait. Text ROAD to 323232 right now. Text ROAD to 323232 and start earning up to $50 per ride during Hop, Skip, Drive's welcome promotion period. That's ROAD to 323232. Text ROAD to 323232 now.
It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, bottom half of hour 4 here on a Friday. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us, and a lot of reaction about the stadium conversation.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. A lot of opinions on it. There's a lot of people who don't want a new stadium at all. They don't want a new stadium at all. And I get that too. I'm not going to tell anyone how they feel, because how people feel is how they feel.
I just say, hey, take a step back. Let's see what this looks like. Experience the new stadium, and then voice your opinion on it. If you don't like it after seeing and feeling what it feels like to be in that new stadium, then okay, then yeah, you just want the old one. But my guessing is your thought process is going to change when you actually see what it's going to look like, what it's going to feel like with the new stadium.
Yeah. All right. Shifting gears. Speaking about how someone feels. All right. One person feels like Bo Nix is a bit of a below average starter in the NFL. All right. It's Nick Shook from NFL.com. He had people
shook.
Shook. There you go.
Yeah, people shook over here.
Portions of Bronco country, they get offended when they feel like someone is, quote unquote, disrespecting Bo Nix. And that's what I know some folks thought when Nick Shook ranked the 63 starting quarterbacks from this past year. My biggest takeaway is not what he thinks about Bo Nix, but it was the fact that 63 different human beings started a game for an NFL franchise this year. That's insane.
I mean, but it goes back to what we talked about during camp. This is why it's so important to have a backup quarterback. Because more times than not, you're going to have to utilize that backup quarterback. The Denver Broncos, in the biggest game of the year, we used our backup quarterback because Bo Nix got hurt. The Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes goes down. They're using their backup quarterback. So you need a backup quarterback, and that's why there's 63 of them that were recorded.
Yeah. Dante, go ahead and say, what'd you say there?
I was just adding on to Phil's list there of how important the backup quarterback
please
was.
do.
I mean, Mac Jones in San Francisco was a huge part of their success this year when Brock Purdy went out. They're probably not a playoff team if it wasn't for Mac Jones stepping in there and playing as well as he did.
It's a great point. And obviously, it wasn't more important to anyone than the Denver Broncos with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line. So, but 63 is a staggering amount. That is that's basically in a league of 32. That's almost two per team. So, and we know some teams had to play 3 and even 4 quarterbacks this year. Crazy. With the Browns being up there with one of them, right?
Yeah, that was bad.
So Nick Shook had Bo Nix at 18. I would just say to those who are almost offended, and I saw people were upset online, and it's one guy's opinion, guys. Now, it's got the logo of NFL.com on it. Right, so there's like a big layer of credibility with that, but it's one guy's opinion, right? Just like me when I talk in this microphone, it's one guy's opinion. If we'll do a more comprehensive list next week, but if you were going to isolate what window Bo Nix belongs in, is he 1 through 5, 5 through 10, 10 through 15, 15 through 20? How would that look?
Yeah, for me, what it looks like is Bo Nix in year 2. All right, I feel like I have to say this. Year 2, guys, so he's still developing. I'm going to have him in the 10 through 15 range. And I'll tell you right now, because we're going to do this experiment or this exercise next week, I don't have him top 10, which is okay.
Yes, it is.
That means that for Bo Nix, that there's a lot more there for him to work on. All right, the time, the rhythm, the processing that Sean Payton has brought up multiple times. He has to get better at that. Kirk Warner even said it himself. There's too many times where he has happy feet. For Bo Nix, he started slow yet again. Rookie year, he starts slow. Second year, he starts slow, and then he picks it up. He was not as accurate as he needed to be at the beginning of the year.
Agreed.
And then even in the middle of the year, he was having overthrows. So as Bo Nix got better throughout the game, and he had the fourth quarter comebacks and the wins and the 14-3, like that is great. The tangibles and the intangibles, he has it all. He needs to be more consistent. That's why I have him in the 10-15 range, and he can get better from there. There's room for improvement for everybody. There's room for improvement for myself when it comes to the radio.
Sure.
So the minute that you feel like you have arrived, you better stop playing or you're not going to get better and you're going to be pushed out the door.
Yeah, and if there's one thing we know about Bo, he's going to work.
Oh, he's going to work.
He's going to work. That is not to be questioned. Someone on the RamosLaw.com text line, and throw your name on it. Would love to give you a shout out. 9899. If Zach Wilson was the backup this year, would he have helped the Broncos beat the Patriots? What do you think?
No. I believe, look, we watched Zach Wilson battle with Jarrett Stidham, with Bo Nix. Zach Wilson still struggled, and he was going with the 3s and 4s. Now, there's something to Zach Wilson. He was drafted in the first round, first pick, correct? Was he the first pick?
No, he was like the third pick, I want to say.
First round. There's a reason for that, right? Very athletic, strong arm. But even here, when he was with the Denver Broncos, Sean Payton, if he felt like he could beat out Jarrett Stidham, he would have had him in front of Jarrett Stidham, but he did not. So I do not believe that Zach Wilson would have helped us out.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Hell, he couldn't help the Miami Dolphins out. He got jumped, actually.
Oh, that's right, by Quinn Ewers, right?
Yes. He got jumped by Quinn Ewers, and he was the backup quarterback the whole year. Zach Wilson, that is, was the backup quarterback the whole year, and they didn't even play him when they should have when Tua was out.
And I said he was a third pick. He was actually the second overall pick back in that class of 21. Dante, behind the glass, what do you got?
Regarding Zach Wilson, I think that there is a chance that the Broncos do win that game with Zach Wilson, and then there's also a chance they lose by 14 in that game, and that's what you get with Zach Wilson. That's why he was benched out of New York, and that's why he was the third string here in Denver, because he had to go through that quarterback rehab. But I think it's just so volatile with Zach Wilson that in a way, he does give them a better chance, but he also gives them a better chance of getting blown out in that game.
Yeah. I don't really disagree with that. And we'll see what the next chapter for him is. I don't believe he's under contract. I need to double check on that. But I'm rooting for him. It seems like a good kid.
For sure, man. I mean, you have to root for everybody that has good intentions. He kind of got lost in the shuffle there, being with the Jets again. Sam Darnold, you look at what he has done, won a Super Bowl, started his career with the Jets. And I tell you guys all the time, you go to the Jets to die if you're a player.
Totally.
Sucks.
Totally. I like that quote you just said. You should root for anyone with good intentions.
Yeah.
I like that. All right. Predictions heading into the weekend. All-Star weekend. 3-point contest. It's next.
Do the Colorado Rockies need to face an unfortunate reality this season?
Chris Bryant still has 3 years and a fully guaranteed $81 million left on his 7-year, $182 million contract that he signed. So is this the worst contract in Denver sports history?
It's got to be, right? It's got to be.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Jane Dawson did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With the money she saved, she got herself a pricey bird feeder with an ultra-high-def camera. Should Jane have just bought a regular bird feeder? Yes. Is it hard for her to admire nature when the camera doubles as the bird's potty? Also, yes. But it's Jane's savings, and if she wants to spend her time watching the digestive habits of the white-breasted nuthatch, we say you go, girl. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis.
Control is everything to me.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
Are your investments in the right accounts? What's best, traditional or Roth? Are you receiving all available tax deductions? Are you paying as little in tax as you can? These are all questions you can't afford to get wrong. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth, and in many cases, it's not what you make, but it's what you keep that makes the real difference. Trajan Wealth and Trajan Tax work closely together exclusively. No more guessing about whether you should do a Roth conversion, or if maxing out your 401k is really the best option. Our nationally recognized fiduciary advisors and CPA team work in tandem to make sure your tax strategy works with your investment strategy. We'll even do your tax preparation. One team, one strategy. Isn't it time for a second opinion? Call Trajan today, 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
AutoNation's New Year, New Wheels event is going on now. Drive any new or used vehicles 0 down and 0 payments for 90 days. Save thousands on your favorite cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, we'll buy your car for top dollar today. Don't miss 0 down and 0 payments for 90 days. Hurry to your nearest AutoNation store or AutoNation.com. On select models with approved credit, interest accrues from date of purchase. See store for details, subject to in-store verification.
Hello, Colorado. This is David Chemansky with U.S. Mortgages, the home of Yes, You're Approved. Have you wanted to purchase a home or refinance one and been told no due to high debt ratios, low credit scores, employment length, or any other options that most banks deny? Well, we've expanded our guidelines to allow no W-2s or tax return options. If you're finding it hard going a traditional route, you might just need an out-of-the-box lender. We can approve with bank statements only, asset depletion, DSCR, DTIs over 50%, and less than perfect credit is okay. Don't let fear or someone else's no stop you from saving money on a home you own or buying one. At U.S. Mortgages, we say yes. No upfront fees and no risk, and our number says it all. 303-LOW-RATE. That's 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. Equal housing lender. License 392126.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach By here for 5280 Exteriors. Colorado homes face more risk than ever from intense weather, including wildfire exposure. 5280 Exteriors prioritizes fire-resistant, non-combustible, low-maintenance exterior upgrades with reliable quality installations. Protect your home with James Hardy siding, TimberTech decking, and Pella Impervia fiberglass windows, all designed to stand up to heat, weather, and time. They also offer 60 months no-interest financing. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
Follow us on X at DEN Sports 1043 for up-to-the-minute information and opinions on all things Denver sports. Also, we can still call it Twitter, right? Denver Sports 1043 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. Denver Sports 1043 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
Final segment here on a Friday, the day before Valentine's Day.
I need love. Cool Jack.
Any Valentine's Day stories?
No Valentine's Day stories, but this is what I did for my daughter today because, she doesn't have school yet. She's 1.5. She's starting to talk. She likes to get her brother in trouble now. Her favorite word is when I get home is, and I don't know why. I don't ever, spank my kids. But she like, Dada, give, it's like, Dada, fulfill whooping. Like, so she wants me to give fulfill whooping for stealing her stuff. Okay, and when I guess she was like the worst she's ever been not too long ago, a couple of days ago. And my wife is telling me, so I come home, she runs, she gets in my arms, climbs in my arms, and I say, were you good for Mama today? And so she says like, yeah, but she goes, yeah. I'm like, okay. Was Mama nice to you today? No. Oh, okay. Do you want me to put Mama in her room? Yeah. So she's her own. You talking about your daughter? She's just different. See, she's just different, and she's mean, and she'll fall off of something, get back up, and act like nothing's wrong. Likes to bang her head. I don't know if that's something common, but she likes to do that right now.
Takes after her dad.
Right now, she might be smarter than her dad right now.
Yeah, my daughter's nuts. She's 4. She's crazy. And she's amazing. Oh my gosh, she is bursting with energy, but she's got a little edge to her too. She's got a little edge to her. There's no doubt about it. I don't know if it's a second kid or it's a second kid when it's a daughter, but she could be cuckoo. I mean, but it's you wouldn't trade it.
No, and so I bought some flowers for my daughter.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I got some pink roses. I don't know what it stands for. I need to go back with pink roses. Every color stands for something. But got her pink roses and a balloon, and she loves them. She loves the balloon, of course. Mm-hmm. And she took a little smell of the roses, and I asked her, would you be my Valentine?
Yep.
And then, I had to tell her, you have to say yeah. And she said, yeah. Yeah. I was like, okay, we're good.
I love it. We do the same thing at my house. I have 2 Valentines, my wife and my daughter. And, I'll probably get my son involved with that for the first time tomorrow as well in some way, shape, or form. So hope everyone has a great weekend, man. It's been a really fun week that's just flown by. And then this weekend, we're going to see Jamal Murray in an all-star uniform for the first time. Dude, this is like a decade in the making, quite literally. And Jamal has just never been, we talk about the consistency with Bo. That's the only thing holding him back from being a star quarterback. Yeah. And it's you're not supposed to be consistent your second year the way that, someone in their 6th year is. So it'll take time. But Jamal Murray, on any given night, could be the best player in the NBA. But what has held him back is that consistency. And I say stars shine every night. That's the difference between stars and everyone else. And Jamal Murray hasn't been a star. He's been a star for stretches of time. He's been a star in the playoffs, which he was in 2023. But we've never had a season like this. It pissed people off in the past, but I tell you, Jamal's not only has he never been an all-star, he's never been an all-star snub, ever. And this year, he's getting his flowers because he put the work in. He dedicated himself to his craft in a way that we hadn't seen in a few years. And I'm glad that he is getting rewarded. What he did when Jokic was out was just so impressive, just taking that mantle of responsibility that normally is at the feet of the big Serbian. He was great, man, and so I hope he enjoys the hell out of this weekend. He's going to be in the three-point contest. He's got the 3rd best odds to win the three-point contest tomorrow night after only Con Knuppel from Charlotte, super fun player, rookie out of Duke. He's the favorite. Then Dame Lillard is second favorite, all right? Dame's not even playing the NBA season. Somehow he's in the three-point contest.
Make that make sense.
It's just the ultimate NBA All-Star Weekend thing of all time. And then after that, Devin Booker and Murray have the next best odds at plus 550. So if you put $10 on Jamal Murray to win the three-point contest, you'd win $55.
Should. people do that? I know you don't want to tell nobody to do with their money, but are you? Are you going to put a little bit of money on?
Yeah.
Jamal
A reasonable amount, $15, $20, and pull for Jamal with my heartstrings and my pocket. And I think he's live to win it, man. I do. And there are. I don't want to sound confusing because I know you can't see me right now, or maybe you can if you're watching on YouTube or DenverSports.com. Jamal's shot lends itself to being competitive in a 3-point contest. And I know someone's like, dude, what are you talking about? Like,
yeah, this is some gambling stuff right here.
It's when you shoot from a pocket and you can, and I know this by watching him warm up before games, like Jamal Murray can sit there. He doesn't have to, he doesn't have a lot of movement on a shot. These guys who have a lot of movement, you think of someone like Spencer Jones has a lot of movement on his shot. He doesn't leap into the air. Norm Powell, who is in this contest, he is a classic, like, jump as high as I can because I'm an undersized player and release it at the very top of my shot. I can tell you Norm Powell's not winning the 3-point contest tomorrow night. There's just too much going on. It's got to be a super repeatable motion. Dame Lillard, same deal, has the ball in a pocket and doesn't need to explode off the floor. So I think Jamal's live to win this thing. I really do, and I will be betting on him to win. Booker has shot it horrible from 3. Horrible. Dante, what's Booker shooting from 3 this year? You're a Suns guy. You don't have to give me the exact percentage, but in what sort of variety?
Very bad. I think it's like low 30s. Which a player of his caliber should never be that bad.
What?
But I wouldn't count him out in 3-point contests. Same kind of thing as what you're saying. He has a very repeatable shot.
Yep.
And I think if you look at the more advanced numbers of his catch and shoot threes, those are pretty good. But he's such a creator that he has to shoot off the dribble a lot on those, and that's where he has been struggling a lot this year.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we'll see what happens with the 3-point contest tomorrow night, and then you got the game on Sunday, and Jamal has always said he's going to play hard if he was ever in that game. Well, we'll see. And I told you earlier in the week, I'm going to bet Jamal Murray to win MVP. Is it likely that he wins? No, but he's 25-1. And if he says he's going to play hard and he's having the best year of his career, shooting across the board, everything's career high, maybe a chip on your shoulder with a aggressive and serious approach combined with the confidence that he's played with for months now, who knows? Maybe Jamal Murray wins All-Star Game MVP.
It's going to be, you know what? I think this year we're going to see 2 teams go at it. Back and forth. It's going to be a little bit more aggressive than it usually is. I think all those players out there are going to force each other to play a little bit of basketball this time.
Well, we'll see. Guys, enjoy the weekend. We are off on Monday. We've been going at it here with great consistency day after day. So we're going to put our feet up, enjoy the 3-day weekend. We'll be back on Tuesday. Everyone, enjoy the weekend. Be kind to one another, and we'll step aside. It's Denver Sports Tonight. Next.
Do the Denver Nuggets still have the DNA of a championship team?
They have no chance of winning a championship without Aaron Gordon. None. So we'll see what it looks like when he comes back. But right now, Denver Nuggets are a really good team still. I just don't know if they have greatness. I haven't seen that quite yet.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here, talking to you men. Too many guys settle for a new normal that isn't normal at all. Low energy, poor sleep, falling asleep after dinner, brain fog that makes everything harder, workouts that don't deliver results. Guys, these are classic signs of low testosterone. But most men just push through it, thinking it's a part of getting older. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic specializes in treating low T and men's sexual health. They have helped tens of thousands of men across the Front Range feel better, stronger, and more like themselves again. And now they offer 4 targeted body composition plans featuring GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1, PDA, and more to help men lose weight, support metabolism, and improve gains in the gym. When you combine low T treatment with these programs, most men notice real change. Higher energy levels, better focus, improved sleep, stronger workouts, and a sex drive that comes roaring back. Not sure if you have low T? Take the low T quiz at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com, and from there you can schedule a consult. They have 5 convenient locations in Colorado, all right, and have been here for nearly a decade. So stop waiting for another year to pass. Call them, 720-440-7900, or visit them online at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Feature therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
What's going on, everybody? Phillip Lindsay here, and you know it's a brand new year. And I know there's at least 50 of you listening to me right now who are thinking about popping that question here soon. And if that's the case, you know you need a diamond. So let me save you some time and money by telling you something as simple as this. You need to go see my jeweler, Williams Jewelers. So whether you're starting that next chapter with your perfect diamond engagement ring, or celebrating a milestone, or hey, just finally doing something special for yourself for once, this is where it all begins. This new year, imagine the finest jewelry legends all in one store together, making you feel just like family, and their surface is going to reflect that. So come shop the finest loose diamonds in Denver. They have every size, shape, and price range you can imagine, and the largest selection of engagement ring settings I've ever set eyes on. And not only are they going to share the secrets of the business with you, but they're going to give you the best price in Colorado, guaranteed. So why wouldn't you want to create moments and memories for yourself and the ones you love by going to Williams Jewelers, my hometown jeweler, also the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche, Denver's first family of fine jewelers, located in Cherry Creek North on 3rd Avenue, and also in Inglewood at Broadway and Bellevue. And don't forget to mention my name, Phillip Lindsay, when you step through one of those doors.
Comcast Business helps turn today's small businesses into engines of modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How retailers become seamlessly restocking, cyber-securing, must-visit shops. And how healthcare offices become the data managing caregivers that we all depend on. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, advanced fiber solutions, and Wi-Fi backup, Comcast Business is powering the engine of modern business. Powering possibilities.
Now through March 22nd, switch to Comcast Business and get started with 150 megabit internet plus Security Edge for $59.99 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Or ask how to lock in your rate for 5 years on a qualifying internet bundle and get a $500 prepaid card when you add 2 lines of mobile. For a limited time only. Call today. Restrictions apply. New customers only. Requires paperless billing and automatic payments with bank account. Equipment, taxes, and other fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply.
Hey guys, boy Stink here today by my long-term buddy Troy Hansford. And if you're thinking about selling your house for any reason, now might be the time to sell, still get top dollar. Believe it or not, my guy Troy is still offering his $5,000 guarantee. What is it, you ask? Well, if you can't sell your house at your price on your timeline that you agree upon beforehand, bam, going to cut you a check for $5,000. Who else makes the offer?